Hey everybody, welcome to Good Morning Xbox. I'm your host, Axel1324.
And I'm Cool Cat Terry.
And returning back, Eternal Shaddai.
Shadai has like a lag, like a video lip sync lag.
That's actually true because I was looking around like, what's going on?
It's because of that green screen you got going on, that non-green screen. But yes, absolutely. Welcome back. Another week has passed us by. Terry, what have you been playing this week?
New World.
New World.
Been playing some New World and getting my butt kicked. Tried doing my very first raid, and it didn't go well. We barely did any damage. There's like this one boss. It's not even the final boss in the raid. This one boss has like this health bar that has like 10 sections. We only were able to break down 2 of them before the whole team got wiped repeatedly. So we're like, yeah, we ain't ready.
Yeah.
So that was that. So that was just a butt whooping.
I see. Yeah. Shadai, what have you been playing?
I have been playing Banishers Ghost of the New Eden for quite some time. That game is really, really cool. I wasn't expecting that. I was curious about it. But
Banishers?
Yeah, Banishers. It is by Focus Entertainment, created by Don't Nod.
Hold on, let me type this in. Banishers, Ghost of New Eden.
Yep, Ghost of New Eden.
I feel like we've showed it off a couple times on the show.
Okay, yeah, okay. Now I see it. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you're banishing ghosts.
I see it. Okay.
And you
is that game co-op or is it solo?
Solo. The reason why you have 2 characters is pretty much 2 different worlds, real world and ghost world. Put it that way.
I got you.
That's pretty much it. But it's good, and the story in that game is really, really well made. I give them that, but I think it was released on the wrong timing, so it wasn't taught that much. But that game is really, really good. I give them that, but it's long. I only did 40% of the map, and it's still not unlocked.
My gosh.
Yo, it's big, man. It's really, really big.
I bet. All right, cool. Yeah, no, I've been playing some more Kinitsugami, and I feel like I'm on the last level because holy crap, like every beast that comes out, like you know how it spawns bad guys, right? Every bad guy that it has spawned is a boss. Is a previous boss that I have taken to town, and I'm just like, I can't stop them fast enough to save the lady I'm escorting, and I'm just like, what do I do? So I've been thinking about it because this level has just been kicking my butt. So yeah.
Does it feel like you're playing Devil May Cry?
No, no, it's not like Devil May Cry. No, it's simpler. I would say your combat is simpler. And it forces you to rely on the villagers that you rescue. But holy cow, it got difficult fast. And like that level, I'm just like, I can't beat it. What the hell? I lost that level 3 times last night. And I'm like, okay, this is not normal. I have beat every level on the first try up to this one. So I'm like, okay, something's wrong. Maybe I'm tired. I'm going to bed.
You gotta
I went to bed on an L. And you can't go to bed on an L, so I grabbed my Nintendo Switch, and I played some more Theater Rhythm Final Bar Line, playing some Final Fantasy VI songs, and I'm like, okay, I won this level, I won that level, perfect. All right, moving on. Now I can go to sleep. You can't go to sleep on an L; it bothers me. I know. Are you able to go to sleep on an L, Terry?
Yes, it doesn't bother me one bit.
Really? Oh, no way, I can't. Chat. All right, hold on. What about you, Shadai? Are you able to go to sleep with it now?
Yeah.
No really? Problem. Wow, you guys are so like. All right, hold on. Let me ask the chat. Are you able to go to sleep if you lost the last game/level you played?
No, actually, for me, it's backwards. I could sleep better, like when I play Sekiro and I get my butt whooped. And when I wake up, it kind of give me a reminder of what happened yesterday. I'm like, no! And then it bothers me the whole day that I gotta beat it. Mine is backwards.
Oh, doggy with the burn.
Hold on. Let me see what he typed in. Hold on. I was just typing the poll. What is Doggy saying? Oh my gosh, Doggy, what the heck? He says Axel is a Broncos fan. He should be used to going to bed on an owl. Oh wow, Doggy. Doggy, you are the real MVP sometimes.
Hey,
Not today.
you should have asked me that since I'm a Bills fan. They went to sleep real fast. They
yeah.
only lasted 7 seconds.
It makes it even more burn because we lost to you.
Yeah.
Here you go. Cheese is nasty is in the house. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Crazy Greek dude joins us. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Doggy Dog is in the house. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Let's see. Nuftorius is in the house. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Doggy Dog says he finished Legend of Mana and now enjoyed Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. Both thanks to the great Game Pass. The best value in gaming. Absolutely. Absolutely. Can't wait for that. Let's see. Chair Walker is in the house. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, I'm single, so I go to sleep with an owl every night. Shaddai, there you go. That's why you're used to it. DE is here. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, go to bed defeated or go to bed winning. Like in PvP, it doesn't matter, but I think losing the triggers the I'm tired response. Losing triggers the I'm tired response. Yeah. Absolutely. Notorious says, I went to sleep on an owl plenty of times because most of the time after sleep, I one-shot it. Oh, you mean you go back and you win? Yeah. I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah. We'll leave that up there for a little bit. All right. And we're going to go ahead and end the poll there. Hopefully enough people voted. Terry, how did the chat vote?
All right, 60%. Okay, are you able to go to sleep if you lost the last game or level you played? 60% yes, I have dreams of losing. And then 40% no, I go to sleep a winner.
There you go. There you go. That's right. All right, let's get to the announcements, guys. Well, the rest of the chat gets in here. Let me make sure I'm sharing the right screen here. So this one is just me being on Twitter and found some Twitter trolling. So this guy, Pirate Nation, announced the developers of the upcoming Xbox Game Pass, Wu Chang, The Fallen Feathers, revealed that they decided to redesign their main character to appear more attractive after noticing the positive reception from Stellar Blade. So that was what he was saying as an announcement, or as his news, was that this is what we see in the trailer. Oh, hold on. Here we go. This is what we see in the trailer. And this is what they redesigned it to. And everybody was talking like, oh, yeah, that's great. Oh, my God, finally, yeah. Oh, this is great because she was ugly before. And all these stupid words.
Like, literally, her face hasn't changed.
But then Wu Chang Fallen Feathers responded to that post saying, thank you for your interest in Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. The redesign mentioned isn't from the left image to the right image. The right image is just one of many outfits available in the game, and it is a low resolution / blurry image. So they called out his editing. The left image is current and from the trailer. Oh, man. Too bad for all those disgusting people that only want to play like that. So, yeah. No.
Well, now they know they have the option to just get the outfit.
Yeah. So I thought this was silly because, you know, you got to watch who you get your news for on the internet, guys. This was obviously not true. And speaking of the internet, guess who made it? Shout out to Dreadpool. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Yeah.
It's a mini party at the house.
There you go. So, Terry, what do you think about this redesign announcement?
I mean, if that's what was really being changed and there was nothing else happening and it was just that's how you looked all the time, I mean, I guess I'm okay with it, but at the same time, I'm a little bothered because I'm like, she looks amazing on the left. So I'm like, I don't really see the need.
Awesome.
You know, like she looks awesome. You know, I get the appeal for the one on the right. I get it. But like, if it's a third-person game, you're staring at her backside anyway, so it's not like you're really seeing the front, except for maybe in the occasional cutscene.
Right?
So it's like,
Meh. So would you ever preferred a redesign for
no,
this?
I think I think she looks great the way she is. I mean, there's certain characters I think need redesigns, and there's nothing wrong with what they have created for their game. Like, she looks great.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I think so too. I think she looks awesome in the trailer, by the way. So yeah. Shadiah, what about you? Do you wish the redesign was true, or are you okay with just unlocking outfits?
Like they said, it's just an extra, wardrobe for her. This is not something that is fine. It could be something else. Which somebody said that they should have some type of trader with different costumes. And I like more the left side than the right side. It's just that it looks more natural for her as a character. That's how it's supposed to.
When you're doing all this chaotic hacking and slashing, you don't need the assets falling out of things. You know what I mean? You gotta keep it like kind of tight.
So you prefer the design without physics, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, you don't see men going in the battle with their lower assets hanging around, do you? No.
Oh, have you heard about this great character?
They keep that locked up and secure.
Character called Master Cheeks.
Hey,
you keep that locked up and secure.
Hey, I'll tell you what. If we ran around fighting with our Jiggles physics running around like that, nobody would want to fight us. Think about that. Everybody be like, yeah.
See, here's another outfit she has on. All right, so here's some outfits. You see them? These are not her standard outfit, right? Like, look at each one is different. She has some black outfits. She has some other different outfits. So they're showing the outfits,
which is cool. I think that's cool. It's great to give people option.
She looked like a Valkyrie
right there.
No, that wasn't her. That was a bad girl, bad lady.
That was definitely a bad girl. That's
right. We all know that bad girls come with all physics.
Hey, if you want physics like that, might as well just play Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball.
That's right. Extreme physics. So yeah, no, I mean, so there she is back in her OG outfit, right? And I don't know if this is her or someone else right there. Oh, it's someone else. Okay. This is another bad girl with more physics than she does. So at least the bad guys have physics. So that's kind of cool. Or the bad girls that you fight. I don't know. I think the outfits look awesome. See, here's a dude with all the physics. Look at all the feather physics.
You mean his sleeve physics?
Sleeve physics. Here she comes. In her regular outfit.
Drone physics.
See, dude, fully covered, extra layers, women exposed.
Physics. This game design 101. All right, so okay, so you prefer this design. So Terry and Shadiah, this design, Dread, which of these now, in case you weren't listening, they didn't redesign her. The developers came out and said that no, it's just an outfit you can unlock. And then we saw like 5-6 other outfits you can unlock. So which one do you think should have been standard, though? This one, the current design, or the physics design?
I'm looking at the shoulder height and the head height. The one on the left has a really long neck. And I know it looks like she's got a really long neck.
True.
It's just, if you look at proportions, her neck really is longer. I'm going back to the Tomb, the Lara Croft and Tomb Raider, where they're like, oh my God, they made her have a really long neck. And it's like, that's the only thing I'm going to pick about it. I like them both. I don't see anything wrong with the one on the left. The one on the left seems more realistic as to the way you're going to fight. The one on the right, I can understand it being the fanboy jiggle physics. Which one would I play as? Both. I mean, it just depends on where I'm at in the story, and if I got to unlock something, then like I was playing, what was it, the 9 Monks game, and I got to take over the outfit of one of the first bosses, and I played like that for a while. Was it it was just because it looked cooler to me. So I think most
Yeah.
people will go with whatever they want because whatever they feel is cooler to them. Like I said, I think the one on the left is more realistic as to
Mhm.
fighting, but I would definitely switch around. I if that's our starting gear, I'll probably go back to it, even if I did try the one on the right for a little bit, and check out the jiggle physics, because the front cleavage is not the only thing you're going to see. There's that rear cleavage too that happens. So some people might like to look at that. I don't know. Just whatever
So is that a
whatever
long
floats your boat.
left or long? That's a really long answer. I'm sorry, I lost track.
The
So
one on the left has a long neck.
So you would play with the one on the left or the one on the right? As standard for the standard redesign for the quote unquote redesign.
Go with the left. I mean,
Left it
well,
is, yeah.
if you're trying to sell the game, go with the right.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean? If you're trying to sell the game, but if
Are you trying to say that jiggle physics sells?
Yes.
And that's what all the responses on this to this tweet was just a bunch of people saying that jiggle physics sells, right?
It does. It's just
So that's the new version of Jigglypuff.
Yeah, but
I mean-
I personally am like, why would you announce this as they redesigned her when they really didn't? That's the part that gets to me, like the fake news part of it. Anyways, just a little conversation, nothing serious here.
he's a pirate.
And because this game is coming to Game Pass, I want to cover it on the Xbox show. So there you go. Dread is all jiggle physics. Me personally, I like the originally designed, but I'm on Camp Dread as well. If I unlock an outfit, I'm putting it on. I mean, just straight up, I'm putting it on. Like whenever I have a battle pass and I unlock something on the battle pass, I put it on. Right? So that's just the way I am. I wear the outfit.
I like to when I'm playing like Tomb Raider, for example. I like to have outfits that match the area I'm in, the environment, because it doesn't make sense to be running around in a bloody tank top in the middle of the snowy mountains. So I do change my outfits based on the environment.
I think on Tomb Raider I unlocked the retro triangle physics Lara Croft, and I played around as her for a while.
Actually, you know what? Just looking at it, I'm with Terry. If you look at it, she's very bundled up on the left side, and since she's in the forest on the right, that's why they wear like that. I think what's going to happen is that depending on the robe that she wear, we have to look at. There are going to be different stats.
Let's see. Now, again, just to clarify, no, she did not get redesigned. That outfit was always there. It's just the way it is. And Wu Chang did say that they're going to release an outfits trailer sometime
Sweet.
after this.
Yay.
So we're waiting for that. I was kind of hoping that they would have really released it because this happened on Monday. Was it the 22nd? Never mind, Wednesday. I was kind of hoping it would happen by now, but no.
What would it be okay if they combined the two of them so she could be fully bundled up with the bigger cleavage? Is that what they're looking for? I don't know.
think they redesigned the cleavage for
I mean,
outfits.
you realize when you women can push that stuff back in, kind of like guys push their gut in.
Oh, you mean like here it shows that
She's
it
got-
kinda
she's-
does look
she's
like
wrapped.
wrapped
She's
it.
wrapped up, right?
She's
Yeah, it
wrapped.
does look
So
like
it's
she's
really-
wrapped it.
She's keeping it high and tight.
I thought it was a belly wrap.
No,
Yeah,
no,
that's what I'm
she's got-
saying. Is that the thing that they're complaining about, that
I have
she's
no
wrapped
idea,
up
man. I don't.
and they can't see, the
I mean,
Well,
that's
like-
very
Cover
traditional, though. That's very
No, but
traditional,
that's what
though,
I'm saying.
for
That's-
culturally. So that's
Yeah.
fitting.
literally.
Okay, it's just a game, guys. Let's calm down.
I'm just trying to think of why it's a big deal to some people about.
It is, and I don't understand it. That's why I'm like, it's just a game. All right, let's see. Let's check in with the chat here. Oh, Dread, actually, you weren't part of this. If you were playing a game, Dread, and you lost, let's just pretend you were playing Call of Duty, and you lost, or a level. Let's just pretend you played a level, and the level kicked your butt over and over again. Would you be able to go to sleep on an L?
Yeah, but it's a game. It doesn't bother me.
All
I'd
right, there
rather
you
win.
go.
I'd rather go to sleep on a win, but
So Dreadpool would have voted that yes, he can go to sleep. He has dreams of losing. All right.
No, I don't have dreams of losing.
Now that was the only option available.
No, I don't have dreams. I'm awake too much that I don't have time to dream.
All right, let's see. And yeah, I agree with you, DE. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Says there's nothing wrong with you playing in one outfit and somebody else playing in another. Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Lydia Sarmiento.
Sarmiento.
Sure. Shout out to Lydia. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. First time I see you here. Thank you so much. Shout out to it's Timoth Bot. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Let's see. Anybody? D said, I need it to be Wu Chong strip poker. If the further you get, the more you discard. I'm getting the platinum. Well, all right, so we know DE's getting the platinum on his PlayStation, but all right. And shout out to Xbox International. Thank you so much for being here. You're the real MVP. And they say Shaddai cheats 100%.
Oh, yeah, we know that.
That's true.
Get good.
Agree.
That's
Shout out
cheating.
to Big B Money. Thank you so much for being here. Says Game Pass is great. Army Xbox. Yes, absolutely it is. There you go. All right. Moving on to the next part of news. There was an interview with the Final Fantasy devs from Square with the Japanese site for gamers. So all this is translated. So if it has improper English or makes zero sense, apologies. Blame Google Translate. All right. So 4Gamer is the website that interviewed them, some developers, and it's like, hey, Axel, Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 16 is not on Xbox. Why are we talking about it? Well, let's see. Let's find out. Let's read a little. So 4Gamer asks, since it's almost time, can you tell us about the third remake project after Final Fantasy Rebirth? And Hamaguchi says, as for the third game, we have been working on it for about 9 months now, right after the Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth is finished, and we will start working on it from March/April 2024. Or they started working on it. You see what I mean? The translation, right? Our goal for 2024 was to solidify the game experience we were aiming for the final title in the remake project trilogy, and we were able to turn out a really good build and align the entire team's intentions and visions. From 2025, we will enter a phase where we will continue to build the entire game based on a firm policy, and development is progressing at a good speed according to the schedule I set at the beginning. I can't tell you when the next information will be available, but please wait and see, right? And then Kitase, another developer there, says, when it comes to a big RPG project with a story, the speed of development changes depending on whether or not the story itself is solidified. For the story of the third film, I brushed up the scenario given to me by Mr. Nojima by asking him to make it a little more fulfilling as a complete story. It was successfully completed the other day, so I think we're making good progress. So here's the part where we're getting at, okay? So 4Gamer says, for those who have played Final Fantasy VII Remake on the PS4 and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on the PS5, I think there is some concern that the third game will be released on next-gen consoles, right? Because it's taking a long time. And Mr. Kitase says, no, please don't worry. Worry next time. So the Final Fantasy VII third part is going to release on current gen. But Hamuchi says, as I mentioned earlier, we will release future titles on a wide range of platforms so that more people can play them. We can't promise anything at this point, but we want many people to play the games we have created, so we will do our best. Now, he doesn't flat out come out and say he's going to release it on Xbox,
Nintendo.
or Nintendo.
It's going on
But he
Nintendo.
uses the word platforms. A
PC.
wide range of platforms, which to me,
PC.
I'm going to use the thing of 3 or more. That means 3 or more platforms, right? Because right now, the only platforms it's released on is PC and PlayStation. So we hope that the Xbox is included on this wide range of platforms.
The third one is going to be PlayStation Pro.
Steam Deck. That's the third one.
Lenovo, Rogue Ally.
Dell
Right.
Computers.
Oh, yeah. That's all covered in the PC. Next.
Alienware.
Alienware. Oh, yeah. I remember those things. Yeah. I think this is great. Now, remember, they did start releasing it on the Xbox. They brought a lot of Final Fantasies in and some other games. And not only did they release on Xbox, but they released as Play Anywhere titles, which is great. Love it. Love the Play Anywhere of it. So a wide range of platforms could include Xbox. And if it continues the trend of, hey, when we come over to Xbox, it's going to be Play Anywhere, which shout out to Square Enix. You guys are the real MVPs for that. I think it's going to be great. But do you think we're included on this, Terry? And are you excited to play Final Fantasy VII?
I hate Final Fantasy, so no. But my husband is a big fan of 7. So yeah, he held out a long time before playing it.
Mm-hmm.
Before he, conceded, and he had me pick up a copy for the PS4. But yeah, after he got it done, he was, I don't know, he just felt like, he wants to play it on Xbox. So he has no interest in continuing it until it comes to Xbox. Like he would rather never play it at all. It seemed like as he was playing through it.
Speak with your wallet.
He was like, as he was playing through it, he was happy he was playing it, but he was disappointed because he wasn't playing it on his platform of choice. So he was just like, he didn't feel fulfilled, but when he finished it.
And then he took a shower crying.
So-
The PlayStation.
He definitely went to sleep on an L on that one.
So yeah. So now he doesn't want to continue it until they bring it to Xbox. So we'll see what happens. He may never play it. So,
Right, DE? Right? Hates Final Fantasy. I know, right, DE? Right?
not a fan. I am not a fan.
Doggy Dog says that the Square Enix breakup with PlayStation is official. I hope so. And he said it's coming to the Amico. Oh, man.
It is.
It'll release on the Amico before the Amico releases.
That was supposed to be an inside thing.
Way to ruin it. Fastback is here. Thank you so much for being here, Fastback. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you, buddy. Let's see. All right. Shaddai, are you hoping that Xbox is included on this? And are you a fan of the Final Fantasy VII?
Let's go
series?
back in time. Didn't Square Enix had an event which Phil Spencer actually showed up and said that from now on we're gonna partner with Xbox for all Final Fantasy games to be in the platform for their new the new CEO for Square Enix?
Yeah, that is what he said.
That's what he said. So that means
You mean this guy Hamaguchi? This guy right here? Because as he mentioned earlier,
well, earlier probably from whatever you were reading.
no, there was no other mention on this on what I was reading. I read this whole thing twice.
Oh, okay. No, but there is a on YouTube that they have Square Enix had an event and Phil Spencer showed up just to do a brand new partnership that all games or fantasy games or whatever they're gonna go, they're gonna appear into the Xbox platform. So just because Final Fantasy VII is the only one that is exclusive, I don't know how long is that exclusivity with PlayStation is, but it seems to be longer than expected. But once that happens, that is the end of exclusivity from Square Enix to PlayStation. That should be pretty much it. Because they already found out that Final Fantasy, I forgot what is it, 16 didn't sell pretty well on the PlayStation. So
Hey, they buy 160 million consoles, but don't buy games. Oh, that's right, I said it.
Oh, but yeah, so this is nothing new, to us that is gonna be coming to the Xbox platform. The question is when. We already saw a couple, like you said, Axel. We had a couple, but they stopped by Final Fantasy 6. So now we need probably a new version of 8, 9, 10, or whatever the case may be. Anyways.
Yeah.
So
we need the rest.
Yeah, the only thing that Xbox have for 7 is the old version, the PlayStation 1 version.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I know.
And that's the only Final Fantasy that I haven't played.
That's the only Final Fantasy you haven't played?
Yeah, I play everything except 7 and 8.
What about 16?
A little bit.
All right. Cool.
I play a little. It's not that bad, but of course it's not on the Xbox, so Yes.
Okay, Dread, are you excited for this? And are you hoping that Xbox is included? And are you excited for Final Fantasy VII possibly coming to Xbox?
Well, Ash Sade did say they were talking about breaking away and working with Xbox more often.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just a hurry up and wait and see. Now on the other side, am I excited for this? Yes. Who wouldn't be? Whether or not I like the new Final Fantasy games doesn't matter. I'm excited that the fact that those that want to play it on Xbox will have a chance. I'm even more excited that they can't say, well, people on Xbox don't play games, so why would we release it? Because you released it like years later, and those that wanted to play eventually gave up and played it on the other platforms that they didn't want to play it on. Now they, hopefully now they'll have a chance to play it where they want to play it, even if it's on Nintendo. But they'll have a chance to play it on their preferred platform. And the beauty is, if you buy it on Xbox and it's a Play Anywhere title, you'll be able to play it between your Xbox, your phone, your PC, and if Xbox has anything to say about that, they'll do the whole Blizzard Net thing, and you'll be able to play it anywhere you play. All your progression is crossed over, all your saves, all that stuff. So here's the hoping. But yeah, I think it should be across the board, and then that way they can actually see where players play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't. It's like if I gave you $5 and then later on I told everybody that I was giving out $5, and then they're like, "Well, where's mine?" Oh, nobody wanted it before, but they weren't around. But I gave it to you. You said, "All right, I'll take the 5, no problem." And I'm like, "Well, there's my demographic. They'll take the 5. You guys never wanted it." But they're like, "But we didn't know. We want it now." And it's like, "No, it's not available to you." So, did I give you guys $5? No. It's the same difference. You're playing the semantics game and using it to your advantage, and it's probably just a deal that is finally finishing off with Sony, and they're gonna, now they're gonna be.
Maybe it was like a 10-year deal or something.
Yeah, that we don't know. They again, same thing that happened with Call of Duty. It was a deal until it expired, and somebody else had a bigger bag, and that deal was there until that expired too. So, it's who's got the more money to throw away to make sure you keep it for yourself.
Yeah,
like a Concord spent. Sorry.
No, that's a bad choice. Concord was just throwing money away, and unfortunately, it could have been a better game than it actually was. But they
could have renewed
They
with
pushed
that money. With that money, they could have renewed 10 more years with Square Enix, maybe.
it all depends on what Square Enix thought that they were worth. And maybe they said, "You know what? You're not worth that much."
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. So the one Shaddai is talking about is this one.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now they did it. So they're promising better support, right? Support for Xbox platforms going forward during Final Fantasy 14 FanFest 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that is what he's talking about. But we'll see what happens with that. So this is about Final Fantasy 14, not so much all their slate.
Right. But eventually, when you develop a relationship again, eventually the talks are other things. It's getting your foot in the door.
That Final Fantasy collection sold pretty well on Xbox when it was released.
Hell
really
yeah.
well.
So here it is. And one more thing, as CEO of Square Enix, we want to continue to deliver fabulous games to fans across the world. And of course, we want to welcome the Xbox community as well. And starting with today's announcements of Final Fantasy 14 coming in spring 2024, And whenever possible, we are planning to bring our games to Xbox for players around the world to enjoy. We're really looking forward to working closely with Phil and the Xbox team to make this possible. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, whenever possible, whenever
Yeah.
Sony.
So, but I don't know if
Let
it
us
includes
know.
Final Fantasy VII. You know.
No, I'm not saying it does. I'm just saying it would be nice.
Mhm.
And we don't know when this contract will end and what has the renegotiation after that contract, what is in line. So again, we don't know, but hopefully they push it out to everybody, and then they can actually see a better metric of what the demographics really are.
Mm-hmm. All right. So there you go, guys. So we're moving it along here. So hopefully this means more games coming to here. I'm hopeful because I love Final Fantasy VII. It's my favorite Final Fantasy, and the fact that it got remade makes it even better. So hopefully it gets there. Shout out to Black Card. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. Fastback says Phil was with Square Enix Showcase last year. No surprise. There you go. Yep. Chet Walker though is on the lost my interest side. Yeah, you delayed. This is what happens. Yep, Dreadful was talking on it. Shout out to One Eye Dragons TV. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. And all right, let's move it along. So on hardware announcements today, the last in the Cypher collection got released, and that is the Red Pulse Cypher Special Edition, Pulse being red, right? So this completes the Cypher collection on it, right? So you get red transparent top case, rubberized red grips, metallic red triggers, and a D-pad, and Bluetooth technology. Available in about a week. You can pre-order it now for $80. Terry, you're getting your own Pulse. What is it? Pulse Cypher Special Edition.
My husband would love that. He loves the color red. So if his breaks, I'll probably get that for him.
Give yours to the dog. Come on.
Limited edition. You might have to get it for him ahead of time and not give it to him.
Nah.
Save it as a Christmas gift. Yeah. It looks good. I mean, I'm not going to lie. It looks good. So just so everybody knows, this is the entire Cypher. This is the last one in the Cypher collection, as was announced. So this is it. This completes the Cypher collection of controllers. Shaddai, are you excited for this?
No, no, because the thing is that we still waiting for what is it called? The lab thingy that you create your own controller. I still wanted controllers to create by your favorite games, so it could be your faceplate. It looks nice, but the thing is that it comes into a time that you want something different other than being transparent. It doesn't look, like I said, it doesn't look bad, but it's becoming way too often that they are giving us those bland colors. Yeah, and the thing is that sometimes we like to be customized something different.
So this is not a customizable controller. This is an as-is controller, but you can add. The Design Lab does have Cypher in their thing as well.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like majority of the time we are requesting controllers that we get to customize with our favorite video game.
Back in the day, nothing stopped me from drawing on my controller. Just saying.
Yeah, just
Young me would draw my favorite game on the controller. Stickers, whatever.
Yeah, but God, geez, but with your sweaty hands, your little stickers is pretty much already peeling.
You might need to see a doctor with those sweaty hands. Come on, man.
Yeah, not for nothing, but that white one actually does look good, though.
Right.
Yeah,
So this is the Cypher collection. So you have the red, the blue, and the white, and that's it. That's the Cypher collection.
Yeah, they need to do a green one.
But they said that this is the final one in the Cypher collection.
Yeah,
At least I read something about it. So I
so
couldn't
far,
find it again, but yeah.
No, I did see it somewhere that they did say that this is a final one. So
This completes the collection, is what they said.
yeah.
Yeah, I just wish we have a
I know I need to get the blue one though for Tiny Giant.
I want the white one.
The
I
white one
agree.
is good.
I agree. I'd rather take that.
And I don't like white.
Yeah, I would like the white one personally. So yeah, that's just me. I think this controller looks great. I'm a huge fan of the Cypher collection as it's see-through. I definitely think it looks fantastic. If I was a controller collector, I would 100% buy it, but I'm not. But yeah, would you buy this one? You said you're going to for somebody, right, Dread?
Well, if I bought this one, obviously we know it's going to go for Death Dealer. The blue one would go for Tiny Giant. I like the white one, and like I said, I don't like white, but that's a lot of money for 3 controllers just to have to be able to.
Come on, this one is $56.99 right meow.
I'd rather
This
have
one is $57.99 right meow.
yeah right now.
And this one's gonna be $75 right meow.
Yeah,
Or in future meow.
right. But I would rather have like a charcoal, but I do like the way that white looks. I would rather have a charcoal.
The charcoal one was the anniversary controller. That one was
Yeah.
great.
I like
And
the
of course
purple
you
one
can-
when it was
The white looks
This one?
more platinum to me.
That one?
The white one.
Is that
It's
the,
the white?
Anniversary.
The
yeah.
white, yeah, the white doesn't really look white.
Oh
It's
yeah,
platinum.
yeah. I have.
Yeah,
I
that
have
one is great. The
Yeah, but
20,
I want
20-year anniversary
a
one.
little less dark to
Mm.
go to kind of like how the white is.
Yeah, I like
But
that one.
anywho, I want a green one like the special edition Halo console. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah, I got that one.
See, he's
What,
already
green
been
one?
playing that game. That's
Yeah, I
what
have the
he
Halo
wants.
Special Edition one,
I didn't see that one.
You know,
but
we
it
should
didn't
get
come
one.
in transparent. It
No,
came
No,
in
that's
solid.
what I want. Though. I want the transparent like this to match with the old OG Xbox.
The Mountain Dew green one.
No. The OG Xbox console. That green that was transparent that you could only get at that one point in time.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to look like that. I want the green to match that. But I still want these controllers to match the see-through. And I
Can
didn't
we
see
get?
it. I've seen off brands doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Can we get a glow in the dark ones?
What? Glow in the dark ones?
How about
You know,
UV
Sea of-
reactive?
yeah, the Sea of Thief one. The skull actually. Does
Oh
glow.
yeah, that was cool.
That
Yeah.
one's-
These one has that UV reactive.
I like those. I really do like those.
Yeah. Dread, this one can be yours for the low price of $300.
I have
Yeah.
that console, and I have the controller that comes with it. I just
I
want
agree.
it to match that.
I
I want
agree.
one of these controllers, right? One of these controllers to look like that console.
I agree. I agree.
All right. Well, I'm okay with what they have. So, me personally, I'm cool. As I said, I'm not a controller collector, so this is neither here nor there for me. If I see, I just buy the most affordable controller that is first party that I can see. Unless it's like super unique, like the Sea of Thieves one. I really wanted that one. I'll buy like the special edition game ones. So like I'll buy like I have my Halo controller, I have my Sea of Thieves controller. But I like bypass. I like passed on the Fallout controller, the Call of Duty controller. I think Doggy got the Forza controller. I passed on that one too. That one was also see through. Oh yeah, I bought the Starfield controller.
I have
So
that
I'll
one.
buy the special edition game
I
ones,
bought-
but not special edition color theme ones.
I bought the Redfall, and I actually customized with the name on there for Death Dealer.
Oh yeah, they were selling those. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could actually customize it through the controller lab, whatever it's called again.
Mm-hmm. They should do. They did that. Yeah.
if
So
it was
Doggy
a-
Dog loves the controller. Let's see. Shout out to Purple Haze. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real
Purple
MVP. Be sure to
Haze.
check her out on her channel where she does Shades of Purple,
Yeah.
the podcasting, which is great. Sorry I didn't catch you this week. I was just super busy, but I apologize.
We have to talk about Darksiders.
Yes. Doggy Dog says he has the blue one. Oh, really? So Doggy Dog has this one, the Sky Cipher.
Nice.
Yes,
The
absolutely.
The fraud cipher.
108 Dragon TV says he's getting it. I don't know how to say that.
Getting it.
Getting
Getting.
Getting it.
I know
Ghetto.
it's a play on words of ghetto.
Yeah.
Getting it, but I don't know how to say it. How to say it with getting it.
That or he fat fingered G and H because they're right next to each other.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to show me. You're gonna have to pronunciate this on your podcast next week. Let me know. I really want to hear it. Let's see. Um, let's see. Doggy Dog says the Forza one was cool with the steering wheel feeling grips. Yeah, and it also had like the bottom transparent orange or something like that. I remember that one. Yeah,
Yeah, I wish I would have got that one.
yeah, that one. I'm glad I passed on that one. No offense. Like I said, some games matter to me, some games matter to everybody else. I'm just glad that Xbox has a flavor for everybody. All right, enough with the announcements. Let's get to the news. All right, so Terry, you got one more hour with us, right?
That is correct.
All right. So the Developer Direct happened this week. I don't know if everybody heard about this, but the Direct happened this week, and they talked about Doom. They talked about South of Midnight. They talked about Clair Obscur Expedition 33. They talked about Ninja Gaiden 4 and Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. So let's go over the Developer Direct. First off, they changed up the format. So if you recall the last few Developer Directs, it's always been like the games they announce, and then at the end they launch a surprise. This week they're like, you know what? Or not this week. This time around though, they started out with some important stuff here. Hold on. Pause. Okay. First off, the first announcement on the Developer Direct, and I put this on the 4K so you guys can read it, even though I'm not streaming in 4K. It says all games are available on day one with Game Pass. All games. That was the first announcement. So I was like, okay, cool. I wonder what that mystery game is going to be. There were some rumors, and we're just going to skip to the good stuff. We're going to get rid of this. All right, and they started off with the loading, and I'm like, wait, what's going on? Xbox Game Studios Publishing. It has been a long time since we've seen this. A long time since we've seen Xbox Game Studios Publishing on a big AAA. Xbox has not been interested in second-party games for a while since they started the buyouts. Right, Dredd?
Right.
So it has been a while. Now, so I was thinking, okay, Xbox Game Studios Publishing, that means they contracted someone to make their own game, like they did with before they bought World's Edge, and they were using Relic Entertainment from Sega or something like that, right? They would contract their own IPs out. So, like Microsoft Flight Simulator is under Xbox Game Studios Publishing. So I was thinking it was a first-party game. And I'm like, oh, cool. They're reviving a first party. Maybe it's Banjo. That's what I'm thinking, right? Because they haven't gone out and gotten an exclusive deal for years. They don't do third-party deals anymore. So let's keep going, right? So it starts going. And I'm like, wait a minute. I see this. They've been using this intro forever. I played Dead or Alive. I know this is Team Ninja. And I'm like, and I was like excited. I'm like, is it Team Ninja? It has to be Team Ninja. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I play a lot of their games. So now I'm hyped. I'm like, is it Ninja? Is it Ninja Gaiden? Is it Ninja Gaiden? Is it Ninja Gaiden? Because it had been kind of sort of leaked. I was just kind of seeing if it was real. And Team Ninja, right, is there. And we're going to skip. And it loads the trailer. And you see the dragon. And they talk about Ryu Hayabusa, and I'm like, oh my god, it's Ninja Gaiden. And they announced Ninja Gaiden 4, published by Xbox Game Studios. And then here's the other surprise: Platinum Games. Hold on, let me go to Platinum Games again. Platinum Games is the other surprise because Xbox and Platinum Games had a falling out. Right? They had a falling out since Scalebound. The Scalebound issue happened, and the Scalebound issue, a lot of the tech for Scalebound got used on Astro Chain. A lot of the tech from Scalebound got used on Bayonetta 3 and all that good stuff. So Platinum Games was taking all this development that they made with Scalebound and putting it into other games. So I thought they would never, ever work again. I sounded like Chris Jericho there. Never, ever that they would never ever work again with Platinum Games. So this is another surprise. So I'm surprised. Xbox Game Publishing, Team Ninja, Platinum Games. I'm just like, no way. The Xbox is working with these guys again? No way this is happening, right? And so it keeps going, and sure enough, it's more Ninja Gaiden 4, and I'm just so excited for this. And I was like a giddy little schoolgirl eating my lunch at work, watching this, just being so happy seeing this. But I recognize that this isn't Ryu. This is a new protagonist, right? And his name is what is his name? Sorry, I had it up.
I think it's Yumiko or something like that.
It starts with a Y. Yes. What is his name? A new Ninja Gaiden world revealed. Anyways, yeah, it has a new protagonist. So Ryu is kind of the bad guy, it seems like, or maybe they're pulling a Halo 5 on this one.
No, that was my understanding. You're playing both.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Or you have access to both.
Yep.
So there you go. And so this one is the first success story. So we haven't had a new entry a new mainline entry into Ninja Gaiden since the Xbox 360 and PS3 with Ninja Gaiden 3.
Sigma.
Yeah, Sigma was the ultimate one.
Well, we did get the Sigma on Xbox because they lost the what was it? The codes, the source code.
The game code.
Yeah, they lost the source codes for the original. And then they found them after they released Sigma. Go figure. Because I bought Sigma 1, 2, and 3.
All right, the new protagonist's name is Yakumo.
Yakumo. There you go.
Yakumo. Yeah, so there you go. So you play as young Yakumo instead of old Ryo Hayabusa, which is weird. But they're continuing it, and I think this is awesome. Terry, were you as excited as I was for this announcement? Because this just caught me, like everything about this announcement caught me off guard.
I mean, I wasn't excited, but I mean, I think it's great that they're bringing it back. I mean, this is definitely a title people have been waiting for, so I think it was good. But I mean, it's not a title I'd play. So I mean, there was no excitement from me because I mean, I've never played a single one of them, and I never will. It's not my kind of game. So like, it was like, meh, okay, and I moved on. So like, right. This is nothing to me.
Terry, this game is going to ninja vanish from Terry's mind.
Pretty much. I did tell my husband though, because I remember watching when we first started dating. I remember him playing one of them on the 360, and so I know he likes these. So I told him that they're bringing it back, and now he's excited. So you know, it's good that they're bringing it back, but it's not a game for me. I'm not going to play it.
Right. All right. Now I want to keep focus on Ninja Gaiden 4. Okay, let's focus on that. Shaddai, were you as excited as I was for this one?
Man, if you didn't say that, I would have mentioned something else. But okay. No, I am really excited. I have played all of them. What surprised me is the partnership that Team Ninja have with Platinum Games, which they are. I'm not gonna say that Team Ninja is not a bad studio to create hack and slash, but it seems to me like they really up their hack and slash style and difficulty with Platinum Games. Remember, they created Metal Gear Revenge. What is it called? Revengeance? Whatever.
Metal Gear. Well, Platinum Games didn't make. Sorry. Team Ninja didn't make that one, but yeah, Platinum Games did.
No,
yeah, Metal Gear Solid Revengeance. Yep.
Right. I'm talking about Platinum Games. They created that one. Bayonetta, and they just mentioned Bayonetta. They just mentioned I forgot the other. Oh, Nier Automata.
Nier Automata, yeah. And they also did Astral Chain.
And Astral Chain. So now we're gonna see a lot of evolution of their battle style with Ninja Gaiden, which is a really big name. And I wanted to see how they're gonna, how are they gonna implement that? And we know that we're gonna have some type of feeling that's like, well, this feels like Bayonetta. It's gonna feel like this one or that one, but the camera angles does have a little issue there with Ninja Gaiden, especially on 2, when you go to the volcano, the the camera sucks on that one.
Oh, don't ruin it for me, Shaddai. I'm just kidding.
But no, this partnership, this collaboration between them two, that is a huge one. Like a really, really huge one.
Mhm.
I really wanted it to see how it goes. Yes, I'm with Dreadpool. You do play both. And the other game that does that is I think it's Devil May Cry 4 between Nero and Dante. So I wanted to see where this goes.
Yeah. So Xbox Game Studios Publishing, Xbox funded this game, and if you remember, the original Ninja Gaiden, launched exclusively on the OG Xbox,
Mm-hmm.
timed exclusive, whatever, right? So, and we've asked the chat many times. So this game is launching everywhere, okay? And we've asked the chat many times. Game Pass is the new best exclusive. So this game is going to Game Pass. It's going to be a Play Anywhere title, probably. Are we excited with that style of exclusivity? Because I can tell you right now, I'm totally okay with it.
Well, actually, it's nothing new because in the movies, Netflix has some things that they have and Disney Plus doesn't have. So that's the new way of doing, their content now.
Okay, well there you go. Dread, were you as surprised as I was for this Ninja Gaiden announcement and the way it was announced and the fact that it started the show? I thought that was awesome.
It's funny is even though I did hear some rumors, inside stuff,
Right, but nothing was
there's no
concrete, right?
insiders, right? There's no insiders,
Yeah.
but we did hear some stuff, and I even said Ninja Gaiden at one point in time.
Mhm.
It was still surprising, you know what I mean? It was still exciting to see, and that to change up the format of pushing the unknown title first versus. Okay, we've been there, done that. We already know about Southbound. We already know about Doom Dark Ages. We already know about 33. And it's like, all right, cool. We'll go through all of these, and then we'll find out what this one is. And then we also did hear that there was going to be another game announced that was a surprise add-on that they didn't even talk about in the showcase. That you see 4 titles, and there's going to be a 5th one too. You know what I mean? So knowing all this, and all of a sudden you're going through it, and it's like, whoa. We're doing this, and then even with the Platinum Games was like a shocker, but the guy left. So
Yeah, the blocker.
yeah, that guy, if you didn't speak to him in anything but Japanese, and even if he saw your name in English, he'd block you.
Yeah.
So that guy there was a true hater of anything that wasn't to his style, and apparently he went to school in Texas or something, some sort of college or something.
Oh yeah, Texas will definitely put you in your old world.
So yeah. So but, whatever, that's his prerogative. But I'm glad to see that he's gone, and now we can actually have what we paid for. Well, not us directly, but you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So I
It's a
know
return on investment for
been
Xbox.
gone for a while. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I mean he's been gone for a while, but it's just the fact that they've been working together with all this. And kept keeping it away from us. It's just cool to see that we can finally get the games that they've been paying for. And I even threw out there, Scalebound coming back. I don't know, but no, it's exciting that the fact that they just switched everything around, and like you said, they laid out the format and then flipped the script on you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it was really cool. And
Xbox does such a good job
For
at
the-
surprising us
yeah.
consistently.
And if you wanted a hard game, yes.
That's right. It's time to
Yes.
get good, suckers.
No, this is what created Souls.
This
know what's
predates
funny?
Souls.
I can't stand Souls, but I will kick myself in the nuts every single time to play this type of game. I do it all the time. I play Halo and Legendary. I play this game, even though I don't play this one at the hardest. But damn, these games are hard.
If you couldn't beat
There's
Wu
so
Long
much
Fallen
fun.
Dynasty on Game Pass, you're not going to beat this one. Just saying.
I don't even play it. But no,
because it's not a Souls game. It's hard, but it's not a Souls game.
no, it's just like it's the
It's just a
same
fast
game
game.
as like Devil May Cry, Bayonetta. You got the different things.
Devil
Yeah.
May Cry is for button mashers. This is for strategery people.
No, I know, but this is also not really a button masher, but yeah, like you said, it's very strategic, but
It's
you got
very
to be on,
fast.
you got to be on the ball on this one.
Yeah, Team Ninja's approach to game combat is get in close and get in close fast or die. They don't want you to run away and bot block and parry all this. They're like, get in close, get in there. You know, like getting shoved into a fight. Let's check in with the chat. Fabio Amor, thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Says, never tried to give me hope about Banjo. I've been in that rabbit hole since 2008. Right? Shout out to General Spartan. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Says, currently working through Chapter 2 of Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. There you go.
Nice.
Let's see. Pixel Bit G, thank you so much for being here. You're the real MVP. Says the original 2 Ninja Garden were both Xbox exclusive. The original 2 Ninja Gaidens were Gaidens were Xbox exclusive. Ninja Gaiden 4 will never leave Game Pass, so hell yeah, right? So excited.
I can't really say that. Usually they be changing a lot.
Yep. And One of Dragons TV says he's been gone. Yeah, and I think that's what repaired some of that relationship. Yeah. So we started off with this great announcement, but then it goes on to announce. Not only did they do this announcement first, but then they did a Ninja Shadow Drop on us. Let me fast forward to the Ninja Shadow Drop.
They stealth on us.
That's right. That's a Ninja Shadow Drop.
It's a stealth one.
Let me fast forward to it where he says, "Oh, one more thing." Here it is. And they announced the release of Ninja Gaiden Black is already out and available. So now they're making Ninja Gaiden 2 Black available, and it's available today. Ninja Shadow dropped on Xbox Game Pass and for everybody else to buy on all other platforms. So Terry, were you surprised on the Ninja Shadow drop?
I had already skipped past this point. when they, I didn't watch any of this. Again, it was Ninja Gaiden. I was like, okay, I skipped.
So this was redone on the Unreal Engine. I don't know if it was Unreal 5 or Unreal 4, but they did say Unreal Engine.
5. UE5.
5. Shaddai, Ninja Shadow Drop, talk to us about how you felt on that Shadow Drop.
No, like I said earlier, I was really shocked. I'm like, wait, what? Really? But now I'm like, the part that I said, I wanted it to know if they fixed the part of the volcano. That's the part that got me crazy. Because I died so many times until I found out that you got to do something specific so you don't die.
So you're telling me you weren't ninja enough?
No, it's not ninja. It kind of, I wasn't expecting you need to pretty much block yourself.
You're going to die. You're going to die.
No,
Are you telling me that you want it to be easy? Is that what you're trying to say? You don't want to have any skills?
No.
Is that what you're trying to say?
No, what I'm trying to say is there's a part that the camera is so far away that you don't see Rio Hayabusa. The only thing that you see is the volcano itself because the boss there explodes. And you don't know what you're supposed to do until I found out that you need to block the explosion for you to survive, which I didn't do that.
I mean, don't you know to block? I mean, come on now.
Yeah, I mean, that's like Ninja 101,
like
bro.
Like I said, let me repeat it. The camera is far away. The only thing that you see is volcano. You will not know if you needed to block or not because you don't see your character.
All right. Hey, did you play the Genesis version of X-Men? And it said press reset to reset the computer, and you're running around trying to figure out how to press anything.
Sorry.
Did you not know that you had to press the button on the actual Genesis?
Yeah, I remember that.
Sorry. I skipped that gen before I came to.
Okay, so there you go. That's why.
He didn't suffer through that.
Yeah,
dude, I beat that thing like 3-4 times before I realized I was like, and we didn't have internet, so I was like, well, what if we just hit this reset? That's the only thing I see for reset. My brother and I looked at each other, and I was like, we're gonna get to this point again. So what's the difference? So I hit it, and it was like we both were like.
So you pretty much press, and you're like, oh, it actually worked, and you just found it.
Yeah. So when the guy goes, you go block.
But no, but when you don't see yourself on the screen,
You don't need to. You just know when you
I
got to
need
block.
to. No, I need to. I'm like, well, he's a ninja. He could escape, but I wasn't expecting,
Ooh,
block.
jiggle physics. What? I'm sorry. I was sidetracked.
This is
You ain't
this is
man.
gameplay of Ninja
You
Gaiden 2
ain't
Black.
right, man. You ain't right.
Dread, were you excited for the Ninja Shadow
Jiggle?
Drop of Jiggle Physics?
Yes. Totally excited. Totally excited. You saw I got squirreled right there.
Sorry, Terry. Sorry. I apologize.
You know
I
what
did
the
not
best
mean for that
part?
to get, yeah.
Yeah, the best part was I popped up on the Xbox One,
Mhm.
and it's already cloud set up, and we launched it, and before we even got a chance to play it, we took off. So I didn't even get a chance to play it via the cloud.
So you didn't even get to play the Jiggle Physics?
No, I wanted to
Ninja
play.
Physics, as it's going to be called?
Yeah, but I wanted to play and see how well it was on the cloud, and see how everything was going, and everything looks great compared to what I mean. It looked great before. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I want to do a comparison. Be nice to see the comparison.
Yeah, but I found out something when they say you could play other characters. I'm very surprised in the Ninja Gaiden 2, the 360 version, you get to play with two characters, which is Ayane and Kasumi. On this one, you don't play with Kasumi; you play with somebody else. That's why that's what's shocking to me when they mention the other character, but not Kasumi.
Yeah, because Kasumi sued you and won, and that's why she's not playing. She's out.
Yeah.
She's like, see ya.
Yeah, because I know she uses I know Kasumi uses a maze. What is it, Momoji, whatever the name of her. I know she uses a huge maze. Like, oh shoot.
All right. Well, I was very excited for this drop. Right. So I am very into it. Right. And yeah, here's your comparison video. This comes from El Analista de Bits. So
the bit analyst.
So he did some comparison videos of the original versus the remake, and it does look like they darkened some areas up. They turned up the contrast to 11, added some foliage. Look at that. That's cool.
That's
I
mean,
cool.
But even when you look at the first half, the original, it looks good for its age.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it does. Whew.
So yeah, I think this looks great. I think it's amazing that it's what the heck, not giving me 4K. I'm like, why does it look blurry?
The question is it worth the money for that remake? That's a big question.
It doesn't matter. It's on Game Pass. It's worth my subscription. That's all that matters.
Yeah, but I want to keep it.
I think you should buy it.
You can still buy it. It's on Game Pass, and you get a discount. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah, that's digital. But if you want to own it, then yeah.
Yeah,
go ahead,
that's the part. Thank you, Axel. There you go.
Well, good luck with that because everything's going that way.
Yeah, no, I see.
Yeah, so I personally am leaning more towards digital now because stuff is becoming play anywhere. So if I see that the game is a play anywhere title, I'm buying it. Just digital. That's the way I am now. But yeah. All right. So there you go. Ninja Gaiden 2. Ninja Gaiden opened up, and the developers at Koei Tecmo, I did not have it on my bingo card that Koei Tecmo was going to start the year off this strong. We had the Ninja Gaiden Rage Bound last year, coming in summer 2025. We got Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, Ninja Gaiden 4, and then Ninja Gaiden Rebound. I mean, that is the year of the ninja. So if you like ninjas like Terry, this is your year. All right, let's move the show along though on to something else. I'm gonna have Dread start this one.
Yeah, Year of the Ninja. They put 3, but they never put. They put Ninja Gaiden Black. Oh, sorry.
All right. The next announcement of the developer direct. Where did it go? Was a little game called South of Midnight. Dread, I know you're the most excited out of all of us for this one. Start us off.
All right. So Compulsion Games, as you did see, there's other games that they introduced you that they've done before, and here's South of Midnight. This is going to be what is it? Southern Goth.
Southern Gothic. Yep.
So, and the way that they have unfolded the story gives you a little bit more insight as to how it starts off and where it actually like begins to give you an idea, because it just doesn't just happen. Hey, here we are. This person's come. It gives you a little bit of a learning lesson on the backstory as you go. And obviously, there's things that they've left out for us because you can't give us everything.
Right.
But they go from there to show us what's going on and how this character gets to this point. And tell you what, it's going to be a great game. They've focused in on the lore from that region.
Mhm.
And even though Florida is very similar, it's completely separate from that region. So, yeah,
Right.
we can only relate with gators.
Not catfish, just
Not-
gators.
Well, we have catfish here too, but it's not as
But not
big.
big catfish, huh?
Yeah.
You don't have them Southern Louisiana catfish.
No. And our lures are a lot different than their lures. So when you look at the stuff, so it's again, it's exciting to see all this and learning the different cultures that they've put into this for the fables and the histories and the legends that they have. And it's really cool to be able to experience this. And we usually don't see a lot of this stuff, because a lot of the mythology and legends and stuff like that we usually see like over in the in Europe where they have that stuff. This is something from the Americas, and this is going to be really cool.
Yeah, American folklore is great.
Yeah.
I just want to play Pickles Pete. So, so this game starts off with a hurricane causing floods, and the floods sweep away the house with her mother in it. So as she's trying to get her mom back in the fictional town, she lives in a fictional city called Prospero, and she ends up finding this catfish who tells her that she's a weaver and teaches her the ways of the weaves, and the adventure goes off from there. And that's basically the gist of it all. And then they talk about how it was inspired by the folklore and all that good stuff. But I think it looks great. Terry, South of Midnight, are you excited for this one?
I am excited for this one. They did the one confirmation that I needed, and that's when they confirmed that it was an action adventure game. So that way now I don't have to worry about, it being a play style that I'm not going to get into. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to playing it, and I'm trying not to watch the video because I don't want it. This game was showing too much, so I'm trying not to look at it. So,
Oh, sorry.
so
Turn away, Terry. Turn away. Lock your eyes.
So yeah, like I had said going in before the direct happened that I didn't want a lot of spoilers for this game because I am looking forward to it, and that's why when I started watching the direct for it, I was like, they're showing way too much. So yeah, I know I had to skip to the end just to get the release date, and I'm pleased. So I'm looking forward to it for sure. But yeah, I got what I wanted. I know that it's action adventure, and they had a Disney kind of beginning. So I'm like, okay.
You got to kill the parents. That's the Disney formula.
Yeah, so that's following the Disney formula.
Well,
And
mom died.
You got the mom dies, and you have talking animals. So this is Disney through and through.
This is still in the Disney formula. You are 100% right. Nothing says Southern Gothic.
They keep it true, or if they give it the Disney twist. But no, I am excited, and I think this one was also announced for April, correct?
It was announced for April. We'll get into that in a little bit.
So yeah, no, that's all I needed to know is that it's it's April and it's an action adventure. So that's what I was looking for. I was worried that that they might do something a little bit more like Soulsy or something. So I'm happy they didn't. So I'm in. So
Yeah. Let's see. Doggy Dog says this game is going to be awesome. Chair Walker says wishlist this game. Play it on Game Pass, and when it goes on sale, you'll be notified because it's wishlist. There you go, Shada. Let's see. Happy Cloud Gamer, shout out to you. Thank you so much for being here. Your other interview. Oh my God, Terry, did you see that?
no, I'm not looking.
He says, Happy Cloud Gamer says, I was crying for joy over Xbox Developer Direct. 10 out of 10. PS folklore is huge in Norway. So many Hollywood movies build on Norwegian folklore. It does.
Yeah.
So this is great that it's coming with American folklore. Brandon Foltz, thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Says, sup, y'all. Time to get naked. Let's go.
Woo!
Wow. All right. Fastback says South by Midnight, definitely a day one for me. There you go.
You want to hear some negative?
What? No, that's not good.
Oh, inside story.
What?
So, it's a reskin of Recore. You just didn't realize it.
Oh, there you go. Reskin.
Blasphemy!
Shadai, South by Midnight. South of Midnight. What do you think? Not South by Midnight.
Yeah,
South of Midnight. What do you think?
I like it. It just I saw it's a really big evolution between We Happy Feet on this one. You could tell they are putting 100% that workforce to actually work and see their magic into South of Midnight. I like it. I really do like it. I really want to get it when you want to play it. So many games, at least it's away from we usually have those mythological stories and Orientals, finally something from the United States. This is a game to play. Really is.
Absolutely, it is.
I just hope that it's not really short, because nowadays the games are becoming shorter, like Xbox said, that we need to get games that are shorter, not 50 to 60 hours. I hope a little over 20, at least 20 hours should be fine. But we just don't want a game that just leave you, on the air and you're like, but is this it? That's it? Mm-hmm. That's something that I don't want from this game to happen. But it does have some Voodoo Vince vibe in there.
Yeah. So you don't get very many Southern Gothic games. So I'm really happy for this one. But I think when I first saw, I'm on the opposite train of Terry. I needed to see more of this game to even get interested, because I got to tell you right now, I was not interested. I thought this game looked cool. Don't get me wrong. The art was always great, but I was not interested in this game. So the more I see, the more I'm interested in it. The most interesting part is this part right here. Check it out, Terry. Is this part right here. She knows I'm messing with her. I think it looks great, and I am more and more excited the more I see this game, and I'm very happy that they did this, because I am now going to play this game. Before, this was going to be like, I'll play it if enough people bother me to play it, but now I'm like, I'm definitely going to at least check it out.
I still think that dev that was talking earlier looks like Terry's husband.
You mean this one?
No, the other guy.
I'm just messing.
The guy with the beard.
It's safe to look now, Terry.
I doubt it.
It is. All the way showing is the release date. So the release date is April 8th, 2025. So yeah, there you go, Terry. South of Midnight. I think looking great. I really like that they did this developer direct with it, and yeah, it's man, we're waiting good in the Xbox neighborhood. Game Pass subscribers, and yeah, Doggy Dog is right. He said it is only $40, so it'll be on the shorter side, maybe 20 hours at most, but just guessing, which is totally fine. I'm totally with it.
And that's what we need. We need more AA games, more games that are just the length that they need to be. We don't need to let's tack on more stuff so they could stay there playing these games forever.
I'm going to use my favorite franchise of all time, Halo. All those Halo franchises are between 10 to 15 hours story campaigns. That's it.
Yeah,
10 to 15 hours, and I think it's one of the greatest sci-fi stories ever told. You don't need to make a 100-hour story to make it good.
If they are made correctly, because like Recore is a AA, but they have some crazy flaws.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. If they make it correctly.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's looking great. Let's see. Happy Cloud Gamer says, gameplay looks amazing, but need to fix the cutscenes. I feel it still lags. That's going to be an option you can turn it on and off, they said.
Yeah,
you can choose to turn off the lag or get it smooth.
Yeah, it's supposed to feel like stop motion.
Stop motion, yeah.
It's not lag.
Like claymation.
It's claymation, stop motion.
I don't know why people doesn't like that. It's like,
I think it looks great.
I think it looks great. It's part of the aesthetic that they're doing. But at least for those that don't like it, at least you can turn it off.
I agree.
I think it's because it's the first time being done in a video game. Like people, they love it when it comes into film, but it's never been done in a game. And I feel like because you know what lag is, and as a gamer, you're not seeing it as stop motion like in film. You're seeing it as lag, which is a negative thing.
I've never seen claymation. I've never seen claymation at 120 FPS. I'll tell you that.
When I first saw it, I thought I had internet, problems.
It wasn't you. Let's see. Fabio says, "Oh yeah, I had the same impression. Compulsion Games is doing a Vita Voon sequel confirmed." There you go. Let's see. Happy Cloud Gamer says, "This is why Xbox needs to put their games on everything so we can get amazing games going forward." Well, we'll talk about that later. Doggy Dog says, Hi-Fi Rush wasn't super long, but it was my favorite game of 2023. Yeah.
The game was what it needed to be lengthwise.
My beautiful wife says, yeah, like Diablo 4, too long. Waste my husband's time. The story, the campaign is only about 10 to 15 hours long. I just love the end game. And shout out to my beautiful wife. She's the real MVP of my life. Thank you so much. All right, so that was South of Midnight, guys. Overall, everybody loves South of Midnight. So up next, going from Southern Gothic Dread to Belle Epoque style. Belle Epoque is a French style, and Claire Obscure's Expedition 33 is coming from a French studio, so Belle Epoque is a French style. So figure you get the Belle Epoque. So Expedition 33, there's this monolith in the middle that appeared suddenly, and it picks a number, and every time that number goes down, everybody who is that age or older dies. It's called Expedition 33. And it is a turn-based RPG with inputs, if you want to play it that way. Or you can play it old way, which is just let the combat happen, and you do items and armor and weapons and stuff. You handle that instead of just inputs. And so I think this game looks great. I'm intrigued by the story. I think this game looks amazing. Some people may not like this one, as RPGs aren't for everybody, but I love stylish RPGs, especially turn-based RPGs. Yeah, I'm talking things like Persona, things like Metaphor, and of course now Expedition 33. I love my stylish ones because nothing wrong with a tried and true formula, but I love inventing on it, and this looks very invented on. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm loving it. I can't wait to play it. I'm probably going to play this on day one, and it's coming to Xbox Game Pass, which is another amazing thing for me. So I think that's great. Terry, what do you think of Expedition 33?
So I'm kind of on the fence with this one. I am looking at it. It's just, I don't know. Like I am, when it comes to turn-based, like I like turn-based when it's more like tactics games. I'm not real big on it for RPGs. Mm-hmm. So like I don't know if it's one I'll like or not, playstyle wise. I mean, there have been a few that I played that I've enjoyed. It's just, I'm not real big on turn-based RPGs. So I don't know. Like it looks really good, and I want to play it. It's just that I can't get past that turn base. Like that's such a huge turn off for me. Oh, so it's like I'm an action
with me, Terry.
I'm an action RPG gamer. I don't like sitting there and waiting to take turns. I hate it. Like there's a place for that. Like it works great for strategy games. It's just for an RPG. It's just, to me, it sounds silly for you to be in this huge, magnificent battle and you're taking a turn. It just sounds, it's ridiculous. So like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm going to have to try it and see if I like it. Maybe the game will have a good enough story and gameplay to win me over. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's just that turn base really kills me. I don't like it. So we'll have to see.
Yeah. And of course it looks fantastic. I don't know. I think it looks great. Me personally, I think it looks great. Shaddai, you're a fellow RPGer. Are you going to get your French RPG hands on this Belle Epoque inspired style?
I'm with Terry. I say I wanted it to play, but then when I saw this one, I turned skeptical about the game. But then when I saw it again right now I'm becoming more skeptical about this game. If you backtrack, if you rewind the video where they have the gameplay where they show the X, like those QTEs, and I want
to make sure I don't rewind too much because I know Terry doesn't want to see any spoilers.
No, it's only the battle right there, just the battle. I just saw something that I'm like right there. Hold it right there back. If you go back, you turn it right there back. Right there. Pause it. Damn it! It doesn't show in the screen.
What are you looking for?
Right there. No, you'll see right there. Okay, hold it. Watch.
This
Slow
one, parry,
motion.
dodge, jump.
Right there. Right there. See what I mean? Because when it's a JRPG, you have attack, magic, and whatever. On this one, you're doing QTE, so you're pressing the X, you're pressing the Y. So pretty much you're not thinking on your strategy like the JRPGs. So you're only doing QTEs and pressing, the only thing that you're going to do is jump or dodge or parry. So I'm skeptical about that.
That could be because remember he had mentioned that you can choose if you're gonna keep track of all your armor and all your stuff, or if you're gonna do inputs.
Yeah, so
this is probably just how you would do it if you're doing the inputs.
So they said that this will run two different ways. If you're really good at these QTEs and timing them perfect, then they said you can build differently. But if you kind of suck at this, and let's pretend like, okay, I suck at dodging, I never hit the dodge button good, then you can build so that your character's auto dodge.
Yeah,
but you sacrifice something for it.
I understand that, but that's like kind of boring right there. You're not doing anything. You're just pressing buttons.
I mean, that's how
No.
They said that there was an issue with some players, so they alternated it so that way it meets both style of players. So if you're not that style of player, you move on to the other style.
Because that's something that I'm like, that's like what we did with
combination between thereof. So you can build
but that's
one
like
way
a God
or
of
the other.
War. You're just creating like a God of War at the beginning of God of War that we have to do QTEs just to poke.
You don't have to.
I'm skeptical about that. I don't know. It seems, that one I understand because you're choosing the magic that you want. That's fine. But if you're doing regular attacks, just create it as a QTE, that's going to become a really huge downfall for that game. And I'm talking about just regular attacks. That's why I became very skeptical about this game on that part. When I just saw it, I'm like, I don't know about that. Let's see how it goes. Does it look good? Yes, it does. The story seems very interesting, but that part, they're gonna have a huge hard time on that one. They're gonna complain a lot of the QTEs. You're gonna see a lot of the QTEs.
I don't see it that way, but so I don't know what Axel's doing. He must
I'm back.
Here. Ah, there he is.
Did you not see the private chat? I said BRB.
Oh, I thought you said you were hacking. No.
Yeah, sorry. I'm back. All right, sorry. I didn't catch the last few minutes of what we were saying.
Don't worry about it.
All right, I'm not going to worry about it. All right, well, I'm excited for this game. Don't care about anybody else. All right, so
QT. There you go. Shorter.
All right, so let's see. Happy Cloud Gamer says Expectations 33 is looking amazing, but I will be struggling to finish it. But right now, it's like a 9 out of 10. Yeah. Shout out to Sith Lord. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. DE says, I want to try it, play it, but I have a backlog. Don't we all? And DE says, there's too much dead air for the controller in turn-based. Man, these guys love breaking their controllers. Brandon Foltz, that's funny, but I'm not going to put that on here. So let's see. Pixel Bit G says, we should not be overcritical on the indie dev teams. If that level of nitpicking throws you off, you need to change your hobby. It's an active combat system. Yeah, you tell him, Pixel Bit G. Absolutely.
QTE.
Yeah. Let's see. DE says, I've always hated QuickTime events. Attention checks. Don't put down the controller checks. Let's see. I wish they would make a Bell Poke version of Dead or Alive volleyball. Wow. Expeditions looks amazing. You can see this the seams, but looking forward to a new take on RPGs. Yeah. I think these combat systems need to go further. I love that you can play old style, new style, or a combo of both. So yeah, I think this is going to be great. I'm loving this one. I'm very much looking forward to this one. I know Shadai, he's a fellow RPGer, but he only likes Japanese RPGs.
Depending because I do like action RPGs. It depends.
Sure.
I don't like tactics. those square limited. No, I don't like those.
That's not what this game is, but yeah. All right.
No, I know.
But on to the best transition of the developer direct. You know, you got your Bella Polk music, your classical music, you know.
Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
Demain viendra.
Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
Beautiful, beautiful pianos, right, Terry?
Yep.
And then you can hear some nice little air, not completely silent. And you get right into this music. I thought that was the best transition of the game, of the whole thing. Let's move on to the headliner. Dude.
Hey, what about me? I didn't get a chance to talk about
Oh, I
32.
think you did. I think you guys talked about
No,
it.
he did.
No, I was responding
You and
to
Shaddai were going back and
Should
forth.
I? Yeah, I was
No,
responding to
because
it. I wasn't-
he responded to me.
Oh my goodness. All right, so rewind because Dreadpool didn't talk. Let's go. Back to Bella Polk.
Okay. It's actually
Belle Époque.
Belle Époque.
Bella what?
Belle Époque.
Yeah, that's
Belle
what I said. Bella Polk.
Belle Époque.
It's Belle Époque.
It sounds like Bella Poch.
Yeah,
No.
very much.
Belle Époque. Anyway, Époque. Anyway, the funny thing is it started at 65 and it counts down every year. So that was one thing that I noticed a lot of people were missing. They kept on saying, oh, it's a random number. And it's not a random number. Every year, it started at 65 and it's counting down. Last year it was 34. This year is 33, which is why this is the 33 expedition. Because if they don't make it, then it's going to be 32. So you guys are trying to stop it from basically going to the point where there's nobody going to be left alive long enough to do anything. So that was the kind of cool thing. I just hope that you could switch mid-game or mid. I don't know what he's doing there, but that didn't look right. If you could switch mid-fight from one version to the other on your play style, it'd be kind of cool to, be like Eternal Sunday was saying, I can't handle this. I'm not going to do these QTs. And then at least you could switch over. And I think there's a hybrid version of it. It's not just one hardcore way or the other hardcore way. I think it's in between, and you can, focus it a little bit more this way or focus it a little bit more that way. From what I've seen, it looks like it's a combination of both.
Yep.
It's just which way it's focusing more to. So it's not a hardcore stance. This is the only way to do it, or this other way is the only way to do it. So I think it's a combination from what I could tell.
Yeah,
So,
I think you're right on all of that, Dread. It checks through, and I think each character has something like 100 different things to unlock.
yeah, each
I mean, it's
character is
crazy.
also two different ways to play them.
Mm-hmm.
So if you focus on a character on this trajectory, and then I focus my character the same, would be really cool. I didn't care about this. I'm just a little bit more interested in it now. I'm definitely going to try it out. But before this, I could care less. Knowing a little bit more about how the play style is actually intrigued me more. And it looks like a beautiful game.
It is. Yeah, Brandon Foltz. Axel was out. Hashtag poor Dreadpool. We were on a break. Like on Friends. I was on a break. I was out. Hashtag poor Dreadpool. Shout out to Brandon Foltz. Shout out to Mystic Fragments. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you being here. Mystic Fragment says, 32 Expedition. So hyped. Yeah. DE said, Stellar Blade had quick time events, but you just had to hold the button. Option was you could disable the mashing part of it. Yeah, Shaddai. You didn't complain about that one, were you? Because it had physics.
Well, I can't really say because I don't have a PlayStation.
Let's see. Shout out to Demon Time Reezy. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Don't be rude, Dread. Say hi back.
I will. I'm doing it right now.
Let's see. Mystic Fragment says, this is one of my most anticipated games this year. It looks great, right? Demon Time Reason says, I don't play turn-based game, but this one caught my attention. Right? Yeah. Absolutely. All right. But let's see. Let me go back. I read something. Let's get back to it. All right. Are you happy now, Dread? Are you happy? We're satisfied. All right, back to
Yeah, I didn't
back
get
to-
left out.
back to Doom. More Doom. Back to Pixel BG. More Doom. All right, so the headliner, Doom, came into play. And just so he doesn't feel left out, Dread, start us off.
The best part was right here, the intro, where they're telling us about Doom, Dark Ages, how the play style is, what you got to do, and the guy mouthed Doom Dark Ages. He's like, it was funny because he's they were supposed to both say it at the same time. But anywho, that was my joy out of this. The fact that the comedy part was even left in there. They didn't force them to redo the thing.
Yeah.
But it was cool that it seems like they've gone back to the original style of Doom, where it wasn't just hurry up and jump or hurt, because that was a lot of issues with the last game. The game before that, like right there, that's where it was. What was the other game was like hurry up and shoot or you're
Run and
dead.
shoot. The one was jump and shoot, and this one is stand and shoot.
Well, the one previous was basically shooting, or you die. So if you don't keep shooting, you die.
Mhm.
And you're dying, and it's like if I'm already dying and you want me to keep going to shoot, so it was kind of like it forced you to fight. And if you're trying to like sit there and try to like figure out what to do, but this one here seems a little bit cooler because now it's more in personal. I do like the style and direction that they're going.
Mhm.
So obviously homage to the other games, all the old characters, everything's there, everything's brought back. But I mean,
Yeah, looks great. Yeah, so they were saying that with Doom 2016, it was move and shoot,
yeah,
right? So basically run and shoot. Doom Eternal was basically jump and shoot, where you had a lot of aerials in it. And this one is going back to the OG Doom formula, which is stand and fight, or stand and shoot, if you will.
Yeah.
So I really dig that style too, that they're going back to the OG. Terry, Doom, the Dark Ages, looking fantastic.
I mean, it does look really good. But again, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm not a fan of Doom. I'm not going to play it. But I mean, it does look pretty cool, though. So those of you who are fans of Doom, this looks like a fantastic game for you all to play, and I hope you guys enjoy it. But it's not for me. It's not for me. But I also
Terry wants to be
I
friends
am
with the demons.
I am running out low on time, so I do want to use this opportunity to give my goodbyes. I have
That's
to
why
go.
I went to you, so you could say what you got to say, and you could get going.
So thank you all so much. Enjoy the rest of the podcast. Make sure you subscribe and all that good stuff. Give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys next week. Take care, everyone.
Bye, Terry.
See ya, Terry. Meh.
See ya. Have a good one. All right. Now that it's just the boys, should I? Should I? Let us. What do you think of Doom: The Dark Ages?
Yo, that looks awesome. And when they showed the dragon part, for some reason, it reminds me of Panzer Dragoon. So I like it, but I'm with Terry. I haven't played Doom, but I did started playing. What is it? The 2016 or 18?
Yeah, Doom 2016. Yep.
Yeah. So just to know the lore or anything like that. So I am looking forward for this one once I'm done with the other ones.
what's there to know? Demons, you shoot them, you kill them.
Of course, it's awesome. I like to punch them in the face. So I like to blow their faces.
On Doom
Right.
2016, for some reason, I really got a kick out of breaking their legs.
No, I
Because if you look down and do the execution button, you break their legs. I don't know why I got such a kick out of that one.
No, I like the face because when he when he dashes forward and punch him in the face, I'm like, oh man, it's awesome. I like that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Common sense. Too many games releasing, but this looks awesome. Game of the year. I'm sending it now. This is gonna be game of the year.
Oh man, it better be. Xbox is making so many games. If none of them get submitted for Game of the Year at the Keeleys, it's the PlayStation Awards.
It's a
Yeah,
tax.
but this one,
because PlayStation only has one game this year. But yeah, if you want your game to win awards, release it on PlayStation. If you want
Yeah.
people to play your game, release it on Xbox.
Yeah, but
That's just the
was
truth.
it? Yeah, but who was it? Doom Eternal was a contender, right?
It was a contender, but still.
Yeah, but if this one doesn't be named, yeah, that should be it.
What was the canceled game from Sony?
The Horizon MMO.
The Horizon MMO.
No, the other one. The other one that they were trying to do.
The God of
The
War.
God of War
multiplayer
Arena.
or whatever. The Spider-Man multiplayer.
No, the shooter one.
Freaking the one that only lasted 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Ah, Jesus, what is it
Concord.
called?
Concord. Concord.
Yeah,
Concord.
Concord.
There we go, Concord.
that's going to win Game of the Year.
I bet you. I bet you will.
I thought it was Foam Stars.
Foam Stars and Concord all the way. Let's see. Yeah, Doggy says stand and fight. Absolutely. Let's see. D says you can slow the game down. That's right. They do have a different difficulty sliders for it. Yeah. So you can see what they do. Let's see. Doggy Dog says the fire breathing Gatling gun shooting dragon looks cool. Absolutely. And Doggy's with me. Let's see Jeff keep this out of the Game of the Year contenders. He will. He'll find a way. Trust me. He'll find a way.
It's not Xbox because it's Bethesda, so it doesn't count. You got to remember that.
It counts. Yeah.
They have to put
So we'll see what happens, but
Bethesda
I think
and-
this game is going to be fire. I think it's going to be awesome. So I think it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to this one. I love all the Dooms. I've been a Doom fan since the first one. I've been a Deathmatch fan since the other one. Oh, and they're not releasing multiplayer with this one. This is the first Doom basically ever to not release with multiplayer. How do you feel about that, Shaddai? I mean, never mind, Shaddai doesn't play. How do you feel about that, Dred?
No, but my friend showed me the multiplayer though. He did show it to me. It wasn't that bad, but they did say that they wanted to focus on single player this time.
Mhm.
They ditched multiplayer just to focus on the campaign.
I still think it's a miss. I mean, you can still do the campaign, no problem. You just come back later on with the multiplayer. I mean,
I could see that happening.
do like what they did with Halo.
Yeah, I could see
Throw
that
some of it out there and then
But Halo,
come back later on.
if the multiplayer doesn't have legs, why you keep including it? Like, outside of some community game nights, I never heard anybody talk when the game launched about how great the multiplayer in Doom was. And Doom
Oh.
2016 or Doom Eternal.
Maybe it's going to be Doom Concord. You just never know.
Maybe that's what they saw. They saw like, you know what? It doesn't have the legs we want it to have, so just focus on story. Which,
Yeah.
by the way, speaking of story, they are changing the way the story's told, going from the they're not called terminals. What are they called? They don't tell them which terminals anymore. Now they're telling them using cutscenes and characters, which is great. Before it used to be called they used to unwrap it using something called, it wasn't the terminals. What were they called? Help me out here, somebody. Somebody in the chat, help me out.
The
Yeah.
portals?
No, they were called the Jesus Christ. I forget what it was called.
Yeah, anyway,
Yeah, anyway.
it not portal name, not terminal name.
Yeah. Anyway, so they're telling the story now with cutscenes. So they added cutscenes to this Doom with dialogue and characters, and that's kind of cool. So that is kind of cool to me. I love that. So yeah, I think it's great.
I picture the guy from Conan, that the narrator speaking to you from back in Conan.
I'm sorry, speaking through Conan?
No. The narrator in Conan, when he tells you about Conan and what's going on, you hear that gravelly voice telling you about Conan and how his God rejected him and he didn't listen to him and he was born a slave and this and that. You know how he narrates. I can see that narrator being here telling you about what's going on with Doom to give you the information.
And the soundtrack. So the soundtrack is not made by the same guy that did 2016 or Eternal. This one is being made by Finishing Move. They also announced that one. And so far, it sounds pretty good. Now, Finishing Move has worked on Halo. They have worked on Microsoft Flight Simulator. They worked on a lot of Xbox properties, so they're familiar with Xbox. So yeah, I think that's great as well. Let me see. Let me see. Shout out to Glinzer. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Concorps is better from name for it. Yeah, I think it's great. So there we go. Doom Eternal closed up the developer direct. So all in all, Dread and chat, we have a poll in the chat. Tell us, how would you rate the developer direct? Dread, what would you give this? A, B, C, or D?
I've already said A negative. A negative.
I want the score, not to determine its blood type.
A minus. I thought it was great. But they did harp on the devs talking about some of the games a little too long for me.
No way. I thought it was the perfect length. 40 minutes. Games 40 minutes. Come on, guys.
Again, too much dev interaction. That's why I like some. And I understand this is a developer direct, so I wholeheartedly understand it. But the pacing was good. It just seemed a little too long than what it needed to be. But that's my opinion. I do like them to go in like on a after show to go a little bit more detail oriented with the devs, so that way those people can see that stuff. And I know this isn't a game announcement, this is a dev direct, so again, it's that balance that you get. It's more for the devs than it is for anything else, but at the same time, they're announcing games, they're announcing dates, they're announcing surprises, and they let you know that there was going to be a surprise there, and within the community we've heard that there was going to be a second surprise that wasn't even on there, and we see that there was 5 games, not just the 4.
Yeah, absolutely. So Shaddai, what would you rate this one?
I'm rating it as an A. I like everything that they showed, especially when it was Ninja Gaiden and I wasn't expecting that shadow drop, which I'm a huge fan of Ninja Gaiden. So I give it an A, and I got to see a little bit more of that South of Midnight, which it catches my, it's catching my interest. So for me, it's a solid A rating. Yeah.
I'd give this one an A. I think the length was perfect. I mean, 5 games in 40 minutes, an average of less than 10 minutes per game. Ninja Gaiden got the first 15 minutes of it, so it did go over that 10-minute mark. And Doom got a lot of attention too, but I feel that everything was perfect. I love it. I love the developer directs because I love knowing about games. I love knowing the motivations. Like, why do I care? Why should I care about this character? Why should I care about this story? And the fact that they go in here and like they tell you what your motivation is, what happened to get you into this game, I'm like, okay, I'm in. I love the developer directs. Sorry, I can't hear you.
I was going to say, I don't need 15 different devs telling me the exact same thing, though.
Tomorrow comes. Yeah, no. But maybe Dreadpool doesn't get as excited for this because he's got the inside track, if you will, right? So he probably already knows a bunch of this stuff. But for those of us that are on the outside, this is perfect. I thought this was perfect.
I know nothing.
Yeah.
He doesn't know nothing.
So we did have a poll. Shaddai, tell us how the chat feels about the developer direct.
Let me see. It says rate the developer direct. Let's go from the bottom to the top. People say D, 0% for D. Wow, okay. 3% said it deserves a C. 22% says it deserves a B. And 74% says it deserves an A for the Developer Direct 2025.
Absolutely. Looks great. It looks great. So what I loved about this Developer Direct was, look at these dates on the screen. May, April, fall, Shadow Drop today. Man, Xbox is looking stacked, right?
But that means somewhere along the lines in September, we're going to get a surprise because...
It's called GTA 6. Everybody's Xbox gamers. Ninja Gaiden 2 Black today. Sniper Elite Resistance, if you want to play it. January 30th. Avowed, first party, February 18th. So here's our January game first party release. Here's another first party release. And yeah, I'm calling it first party because Xbox Game Publishing's got it.
Yes. Aaron Greenberg did acknowledge it is first party. Somebody asked him.
Yes.
I want to say it was Colt Eastwood that
I
asked
think
him.
Cole asked him. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. If this was considered first party, and he said yes, this is considered Ninja Gaiden is considered first party.
Yeah, I did see that as well. Speaking, hold on, I got it right here. Let me zoom in a lot because I don't want people to look at my whole Twitter. It says, yes, it is a first party Xbox Game Studios published title for us, and we have loved working with those teams on this game. They announced the Xbox Wire piece speak of the history of the project start of the year, and more Contraband and Clockwork Revolution at the showcase. Okay, so that's not releasing. But he says Microsoft has announced that Outer Worlds 2 and Fable are 2025 releases.
That's 5.
Will also be interesting to see if Gears of War Edict will make the 2025 release date I'd heard Microsoft was planning for last year. There could be some more surprises on the way too. In recent weeks, rumors have pointed towards a remaster of the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion.
Mm-hmm.
I first heard about this remaster last year, and at that time, Microsoft was tentatively targeting a release in late spring or early summer 2025. And so there you go. So let's count the first party, the Xbox first party here, right? So we got Ninja Gaiden 2, Avowed, South of Midnight, Doom, Ninja Gaiden 4, Fable. Hold on. Which one was the other one? Fable, Outer Worlds 2, possibly Gears of War. So 7 for sure, Gears of War, and finally Elder Scrolls 4. So that's 9 games. 9 games, everybody.
But you forgot to read between the lines.
Well, where?
If you look between the lines, Xbox got no games.
Oh,
It's not enough.
so 2025 is the year of the Xbox, guys. We have 9 potential games launching this year from first party. Okay? I'm loving it. We've been waiting for this since they started these purchases back in 2017? 2016, 2017?
So yeah.
We have been waiting 10 years for this to come to fruition, guys. And it finally feels like this is the Xbox I've always wanted. Right? Just stacked, release. Shaddai, how does that make you feel?
It's funny that you mentioned that, my man. Why does it feel like the 360 days? Why does it feel like the 360
Expand on that.
So, the 360 days, we have a lot of exclusive, a lot of games for the system. Even though they keep asking Phil Spencer, during those years of the 360 days, will he replicate that? He said, no, we just leave him there. No, you are pretty much replicating that right now. Even he's going even further than that. So now this is way better than the 360 era. That's the way I see it. This is way better than the 360 era. Other than the consoles are not selling well, the Xbox is not selling well. It seems to me that the games in here, we're getting a lot of games for this year. So
yeah, some people can focus on console sales and then not buy games. Concord, Astrobot won awards, but only like 2% of those people won it. So again, if you want to win awards, release on PlayStation. You're good. You're going to be nominated, 100%, right? But if you want people to play your games, come over to Team Green, because people do play these games. Because they got the must-play games. They got the Call of Duties. Oh, I forgot about Call of Duty. That's 10 games. Maybe another Call of Duty will launch this year. That could be the 10th game. So we got so many games, right? And by the way, Dredd, what do you think about this Game Pass fodder? Look at this Game Pass fodder. You remember that was something they would always tell us about Game Pass?
Yeah. And here's the funny part. there's nothing there. It's all fodder because they can play it within a couple days because they have no lives, and they'll have it done and then they have nothing to play because the game sucked and it wasn't all that great. But if it was on PlayStation, it was like the greatest game ever. Hellblade,
Sea of
Huh.
Thieves.
right? Sea of Thieves, right? So
Mhm.
when you see games that were like the greatest game ever, then goes to Xbox and it's the crappiest game ever. Games on the Xbox are the crappiest game ever, come over to PlayStation. Oh, they're the greatest game ever.
Mhm.
So
Genius.
there's no winning with some of these people. It's just it is what it is. They flip the narratives, and it doesn't matter because they're when it was on Xbox, it was in beta, so we beta tested it for them, and now it's over this way. Just be a gamer, have fun, play the games wherever you want to play them. And unfortunately, some of these games, even though they're on Game Pass, are going to go to the other competitors. But if that's where you play, that's at least you get to play the games.
You should be
But at
thanking
the same
Xbox.
time, you're on Xbox, you're saving the money because you don't have to buy them. You could just play them.
Play them. That's right.
They
So
still consider
Hey,
exclusive
what
no
do
matter how
gamers
you
want to
look at
do more than anything, right? What makes you a gamer? Playing
play-
games,
you
right?
play games on X. That's what you do.
Play games on X. That
You don't
doesn't-
actually play real games. You just play games on X. That's a real gamer for you. No, yes, you play the games wherever they are. You know what I mean? You just enjoy them. If you're playing a cell phone game, who cares? Play the phone game if that's what you're into. I mean, COD on phone is one of the
It's
number
massive.
one games up there. It's up there.
It's
So
massive.
again, does it really matter?
Mm. But Xbox first party is killing it this year, Dread. Don't you think?
Oh yeah,
Look at all these games.
they're firing on all cylinders on this one.
This is Phil's Xbox. The one we've been waiting for. Phil saved Xbox, and then Phil brought content to Xbox. And remember, we said a while ago the console wars are over. The content wars begin. And again, nobody should care that these aren't exclusives. We've had polls in this chat many times, and overwhelmingly, nobody has cared that these games go elsewhere. They're against me. But hey, it is what it is.
I don't know about Netflix and
I mean-
and Disney have their own exclusivity, even though it's everywhere. So I don't know.
The thing is, exclusives do sell consoles, right? But are you just playing on console? If you're just a console person and that's your thing, that's fine.
Mhm.
But if it's there, regardless if it's an exclusive, are you not going to play it? Are you going to just say, well, it's not exclusive, so I'm not gonna play it here?
Right?
So what's the point? But if you sell somebody on Game Pass and be like, look, if you buy this console, you subscribe to Game Pass, you have access to all the games, and they don't leave if they're owned by Xbox.
Mhm.
So if it's an Xbox game, it stays there forever. So you can eventually play it. In the other games, you can play right away and get in, get out before they leave the service. And if you still want to buy them, you get a discount. There's so many ways to look at it, and people don't see it like that. They see it as it's a rental service. Why would I spend money on a rental service if I can just buy my game? And it's
Right.
like you're still buying a rental service now when you're buying digital games, because having a cartridge, and I don't have a cartridge near me to pull out. But anyway, no, too far. But anyway, I pull out a cartridge. I have a physical copy, right? I can play that anywhere at any time on only
You mean
that
physical
hardware. No, cartridge.
Oh,
Cartridge.
this
Right.
switch.
Anyways, okay, yeah, keep going, Dread.
So here we go.
I bet we won't be able to see it because of the green screen. Let's see. Let's see. Put your money down now. Will we be able to see it?
Cartridge.
Oh, we
Yeah,
can see it. Oh, all right, there you go.
Cartridges. Right? Oh shit! I just dropped some.
Oh man, see what you did to your own games. If those were on Game Pass, you wouldn't have dropped them.
Right. But anywho, you can play those anytime. What happened to my screen? Why
I
am
have no
frozen?
idea. You're frozen. Quite.
Oh, shit. Something just popped.
Oh no, you dropped more than the cartridge.
Yeah, I did. All right, well, I'm back. Something happened with my camera I didn't like. But anyway, you can play that anytime as long as you have that hardware,
Mhm.
right? Now, what did you pop up, Sade?
My pop-ups.
Yeah, what did you just pop up?
Biomutant.
Show me that physical. Show me that
Yep.
physical that you just showed me.
Gotta move the camera in here too.
All right. What is that? That's a physical game.
Yep.
Okay. Nowadays, all they are is a license. That's just the key. The disc is just the key. If you don't have access to online, that disc does you no good. Think about that. So you have physical, but it does you no good to anything, right? And if you buy digital, it's still a key. It's a license to play this. But guess what? You lose your account, you lost all those games that you bought.
Mm-hmm.
Gone. Poof. Thin air. Nothing. Even the physical ones. Poof. Gone. Thin air because the servers are down.
Mm-hmm.
Poof. Nothing. So whether you rent it through Game Pass or you buy physical that just poof can go, what's the difference?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You can play it without Game Pass unless something happens. So
There you
again,
go.
in today's age, it doesn't matter. The only thing that Nintendo has is the fact that you can still play the games. And then when the Switch 2 comes out, you can still play most of those games.
Mm-hmm.
So other than that, it's a whole different direction that we're going. So why not just enjoy Game Pass for what it is and play the games anywhere? You know, you buy the games, you play the games. You can play it on PC, you can play it on your Xbox, you can play it on the handhelds. You're good to go. But everybody looks at the negative side of it.
Right.
They forget, oh, they have to do this, they have to do that, and it's like, no, they don't.
Let's check in with the chat real quick
Far
here.
beyond that. Yeah, check in with the check.
Yeah, let's see. Let's check in with the chat. Let's see. Demon Tyrese says first half of the year stack. Wonder what the second half will look like.
Hopefully it's stacked.
Let's see. Yeah. Doggy Dog says Demon Tyrese, it's going to be awesome year. Showcase in June is going to be fire too. Absolutely, absolutely. Let's see what else we got going on. DE says he needs the PS5 Pro enhanced versions. There you go. Let's see. Doggy Dog says Jeff is going to switch the Game of the Year cutoff date to May 1st, so Doom can't make it on the list. So true. So true. So true. That's right. Sir X-Man, shout out to you. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. After this showcase, no one can say all we make is multiplayer games. Hey, at least our games pay. That's right. That's right. Let's see. Is Noof in the room? Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
No, it's Noof. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you, buddy. You are the real MVP. Let's see. Doggy Dog says he's been renting games since the 80s. Yeah. Let's see. I hate Xbox not pushing the console like they used to because it feels like we're second class compared to the PC. But at the end of the day, I can't stop it, so I might as well enjoy the Game Pass benefits. There you go. Yeah.
Enjoy the
There
benefits.
you go. Enjoy it. Yeah. Let's see. Noob says that he's loving Ninja Gaiden 2. Yes. I'm just looking through the chat. You guys are on fire. Let's see. And I think that's it. I think I'm caught up. All right. So moving into this topic, I wanted to talk about the release schedule and how stacked this game was, but Dread went on to the next topic. So let's just go into it. Here we go.
Sorry, I didn't.
Here we go. So 2025 is looking stacked. We're eating good in the Xbox neighborhood. But Phil Spencer had an interview with Gamertag Radio. And on Gamertag Radio, they asked him to define what this is an Xbox means. So that multi-plat approach, if you will. So he was asked directly, what does play anywhere mean to Phil? So this is straight from Phil Spencer's mouth. Let's see. Let me make sure the volume is good. I want to make sure you guys hear this, okay?
This is an Xbox. In your interpretation.
Do you guys hear that?
It's very light.
Let me turn it up a little more. All right.
So it's coming from your words. What does that mean now for Xbox as you head into the future?
How's that?
Yeah, I want people to be able to experience the games that we build, the services that we offer on as many devices as we can. Obviously, some of the devices out there, some of the platforms are closed. They don't allow everything that we do to show up on those platforms. The thing that I've learned and continue to learn when I'm listening to creators, not only our own studios, but other teams building games, is every creator out there wants to build a game that can find as many players as they want. And frankly, there aren't many platforms out there that try to build connections to people on so many different screens. It's almost like single platform, single device, single game. And that's kind of the history of our business. And we're really taking an approach of we want people to be able to play Xbox on many different screens. Now, not every experience will be the same. We obviously love the native experience we have on our own platform and our own hardware. And that's something that will continue for us. But we're not going to put walls up around where people can engage with the great games our studios are building, or where they can experience Xbox through different forms, whether it's cloud, whether it's on PC, whether it's on handheld PCs, whether it's on phones. I want everybody to be able to play on Xbox. And it does mean more of our games shipping on more platforms, not just PlayStation. We love the work that we do with Nintendo. We love what we do with Valve on Steam. And that's going to continue. We'll just continue to do more of it, because what we learn is put the games first. Make sure the games can be as great as they can. We love the experience on our own hardware, our own platform, but our games will show up in more and more places, no doubt.
There you go. Coming straight from Phil's mouth. Shaddai, Xbox Play, and this is an Xbox. Are you feeling like Phil's vision of Xbox is good for you, bad for you? Are you all in? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Tell me what this is an Xbox. Now that Phil has defined it, this is coming from the CEO of Microsoft Gaming himself. What do you think?
Okay. That's fine. Well, they do have the metrics. You know, they always pay attention to our behavior when it comes to gaming, physical, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We already know that nowadays is more service based, but at the same time, I'm like, it could be play everywhere, but the experience is not the same at the end of the day. Playing a game on the phone is not gonna be the same as a handheld or when you play on a console. Yes, you want to put it everywhere because you want to sell as many games as you like. But at the end of the day, the experience, it is not the same. I am not going to play Expedition 33 on my phone. I am not going to do that.
But you can.
You can.
Nobody said you had to.
Exactly, but you don't have to. But the thing is that creates like, okay, you could have this, you could have that, but how are you going to create something for yourself if you are trying to give it away to someone else? I created an Xbox, I created a Windows Surface, I created this. Remember, you want people to come to your platform, the stuff that you created. You don't want to give stuff to other people, especially when other people don't want to give nothing in return. A lot of people is doing that. So by you doing that, you are not supporting your own products. That's the thing. When you're doing this is an Xbox, no, it's not. This is an Asus. This is an what is it called? This is a Lenovo. This is a Steam Deck. They're not created by Microsoft. They're created by somebody else. You want things to be for you, not for them. I don't care how much money you want to create. You want people to come to you, not to give it to them. That's the way I see it. So even though Steam, Valve CEO was from Microsoft, I understand that, and he loved Microsoft.
And he hated Microsoft for a long time too.
Yeah, they did.
The way it sounded like, well, the stuff that I seen from his
interview, recently he likes what Xbox is doing, but before that, when he left, he hated them.
But of course, he's gonna love them probably because they're giving him money. If I want to create a good relationship, I'm gonna give you money for it. Of course, you're gonna love Microsoft. You're giving me the money.
There was a news interview with him, and this was when he still was considered in bad terms with Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, "What console would you recommend?"
Yep.
He said Xbox.
That's an interview in Great Britain.
Blew everybody's mind.
In Great Britain, I remember that he did
and they asked him why, and he goes, because it's better. They're like, what makes it better? And he goes, because it is. I remember that one.
Yeah,
because it is. Yeah, I remember that one specifically.
Exactly, and that's where my answer is coming from because of that interview.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I know that's what it is at this time of age, service-wise. But you are pretty much not doing anything for us to say we want to stay here because of this. That's more like what is it called? Cross progression and all that. You play here, you can play there. That's pretty much it. But for me, is you want to stay. You want your people to stay with you. You have to leave it there where it's supposed to be.
So you want the traditional model, not the anywhere. This is an Xbox model. Dread, what about you? Where do you stand on this?
Let me stand up. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my God, no! How do I know you're not going to show us the Dread cheeks?
Hey, yeah, it's been asked for.
The dreaded cheeks. Sorry. Keep going.
Anyway, so here's the way to look at it, right?
Yeah.
We're putting games out there, but they're not coming back. Yada yada yada. Right? That's a lot of things that they're saying. Okay, well, if we're putting Xbox games on other platforms, but other platforms aren't putting games back, right? Mm-hmm. Or you buy all those games on the other platform at $70 plus or minus per game. So which platform do you think most people would like to hear? Yeah, they don't want to hear $240, but if you buy 2 games, that's $140. You buy 4 games, you're beyond that, right? So if you buy 4 games a year, you just lost. In the meantime, you're still getting more games on the other platform.
I play 4 Game Pass games a month.
Right. And then they're Play Anywhere. Again, you can play them anywhere. Who cares where you play? And that's kind of the thing is it's no longer about the console. And you guys keep thinking about the console. Who cares about the damn console? Care about where you play. Care about you. How do you save money? Are you going to buy a dishwasher or a refrigerator because it's more money over at Lowe's versus Home Depot because it's cheaper there? It's the exact same thing. What are you going to do? Well, I'm going to go to Lowe's because it's a better quality product over there. Why? Because it's more money? It's the same thing. It's the same refrigerator. What's the point?
Okay, knowing how Microsoft is greedy, like any other corporation.
They're all greedy. That's the problem. You should be greedy for yourself, not for them. Be greedy for yourself. And that's
greedy for yourself. Don't give anything to Valve or anybody else. You just said it. Be greedy for yourself.
No. I didn't say don't give money to anybody. I'm saying be greedy for yourself. What is the best deal for you? Is it buying a game on Valve for like $5 that you can only play on Steam and any place else that you can play Steam games?
I can guarantee that I could put the Microsoft Pro, I'm going to put it in Microsoft Pro, the Surface Pro, the Surface Phone, whatever that is created by Microsoft. I bet that if they knew how to execute correctly with their, making an overhaul with the Microsoft Store to make it better, to put all the games on the Surface Pro, on the phone, I bet it would be better like that because it's only for them. I don't care what.
You lost me. But I like what DE's saying, and that's, again, you're buying for yourself. If you want the collector's edition, then you're going to spend more money. But if you don't care about the collector's edition, are you going to still spend $70, or are you going to go to Game Pass if you already have Game Pass?
Mhm.
And again, if you want to buy the game, you can still buy the game. It's cheaper through Game Pass.
I don't know. The way I see it is,
And if it's Play Anywhere, you can play it anywhere. So
I
buy it
feel-
on Game Pass, play it on PlayStation for all I care. Again, it's up to you. You do what you want to do.
I don't know.
It's-
The
it
way
just-
I see, the thing is that the way I see it is whatever Microsoft creates, it should stay there. I'm not saying the console only. Anything, and I'm talking about anything. It could be the Zoom, it could be Surface, it could be. They could do that for them.
Okay. What product do you make? What product do you make?
If I was Microsoft?
No, if you, as Eternal Shaddai, make a product.
Yeah. Okay. If I make a product, I could go for a phone. I could go for a phone that is mine. I could go for a tablet that is mine. A
Okay.
computer that is
Okay.
mine.
No. Let's go with the phone, right? We make an Eternal Shaddai phone, but you can only access it on Good Morning Xbox, not Xbox International. Only Xbox. Do you want that, or would you want it to also be on Xbox International?
Actually, I will go for mine because I know how it works. I'm the one who created it. I know how,
But that's
how
what
to
I'm
operate
saying.
that.
You can only access your phone through Good Morning Xbox, not Xbox International.
Because I
You
know how
want
to
that?
operate it. Because I know how to operate that. That's the
So-
that's what I'm saying.
But
It's
you're selling the phone to everybody else, and you can only those people can only access it through Good Morning Xbox. That phone nobody else can buy unless they're on Good Morning Xbox. If you go to Xbox Internet, that phone, even though you make it,
I understand that. But
no,
if things that nobody else have or knows or anything like that on how to operate, why would I? Because you have to. It's like when Microsoft said Google have to be a little bit loosened up on to open up the floodgates for us to put Game Pass in there. So that means they have to give their whatever secret recipe that they have, whatever, they have to open it up. So you're forcing or twisting my arm to open something that my competitor doesn't have, but I have to give it away.
you're not giving it away. You're still
I don't
selling
know.
it at full scale profit.
No, but I'm talking about, like, the selling point. Yeah, but you do need to know, their compatibilities. You could say it's the same because I keep hearing podcasts that they're all run by AMDs, but they're probably certain things that maybe.
Yeah, there's certain features.
Yeah.
Everything's based on x86. Even though it's AMD, it could be Intel. It's all x86, which is why PC is interchangeable between AMD and Intel. It's why when it comes to graphics cards, you got Intel, AMD, and NVIDIA. And NVIDIA is going to go into the PC market soon anyway. And then you have
So, we're
ARM.
getting way off
You have
topic here,
so many
guys.
different things. So
No,
it
no,
doesn't
I'm
Way off
just
matter.
topic. We're way off topic here.
I'm trying
No,
to
no,
keep
no.
it within reason of the topic
No,
that we're talking
No,
about.
no, it's
But
not way off topic.
I'm trying to get him
but-
to understand that he's completely wrong.
I don't think he will. Is the thing.
No, that's the problem that I don't understand. He'll never understand what
No.
I'm understanding.
No, I understand what he's saying because he wants everybody to like everybody needs to eat. You gotta give it away from everybody to eat. You know what I mean?
No, you
I
don't.
know what
you're
he's
not
saying.
giving it away.
I don't
So
know. The way I
the-
see it is like you just giving something.
You're not
away.
giving it
So
away.
let's focus back in. All right. So Phil basically says that more games are going everywhere. So get used to it. If you don't like it, kind of suck it up, right? Kind of thing. But yeah, let's get back on topic, guys, because I feel like this has just been going way off of tangents that are not
No.
great to me. So let's see. Chair Walker says the only difference between most devices is the OS. Absolutely agree. Yeah. Let's see. And he also says that Microsoft creates Windows, and don't forget Xbox runs on a stripped down kernel of Windows. So any device that has Windows, Xbox games, first party games can go on. Absolutely. Let's see. Fastback brings it up. Sega tried to compete with Nintendo and PlayStation the traditional way, make hardware, make exclusives. How did that go? True story. And I got to tell you, the Swan Song, the Dreamcast had great games, but nobody cared. Yeah. So nobody cared on that one. Let's see. I know that Noof. Here we go. Nukem says, "Play Anywhere is so good." Absolutely, yeah. So we're going on here, right? So basically, he's saying that the native ecosystem will still be there, but that they're gonna keep making games elsewhere. I mean, if you look at Steam, the PC dominant platform, all their games are on Xbox, all their games are on PlayStation, right? Right. The orange box is there, right? Half-Life is on there. So, with the exception of Half-Life Alyx being exclusive to their VR platform, everything that Steam makes first party is available everywhere. Right? Where it's supported. Something like Dota obviously isn't made for consoles, so it's not coming to consoles. But yeah, I totally see that. But at the same time, Steam is not putting the orange box, Half-Life, or Dota on GOG. They're not putting it on Epic Games storefront, things of that nature. It's not even available on the Windows storefront. So to Shadai's point, even though they're going to other platforms, they're still on the PC platform. You got to use our launcher, right? So it's kind of a thing. But Phil was also asked this question directly to talk to Shadai. So let's see what Phil says to Shadai.
Games on these other platforms, why would I still want an Xbox? What is going to be the reason for me to want Xbox hardware when I can get that experience on another platform?
Yeah, I want people to pick hardware based on the capabilities of that hardware and how that fits into the choices they want to make about where they want to play. And we want our hardware to win based on the hardware capabilities that we have. I think the difference that we've seen in the last 20 years, and I think this is good because I come from building games, it's really game first, not platform first. Most of the games you and I will talk about run across so many different platforms. And those are the games that are having success. Those are the games that are at the top of the charts when you look at the most played, most successful games. And I want to build a platform that services those creators that are trying to meet people on every screen. But let's say, like our own hardware, I think it's fundamental to what Xbox is. It's not lost on me. I've said over and over that boxed is in the name of our brand. I'll say is in the position I'm in, I look at hardware as a critical part of what we do, but not trying to gatekeep the games off of other places for the benefit of it. Let's go build innovative hardware that people want to use to play, whether that's in their hands, whether it's on their television, or even other places. And I love our hardware team and spent some time with them just this week and the roadmap that they have. And I think we're learning a lot from this, like Steam Deck and what does it mean for our games to be there? ROG Ally, what does it mean? Lenovo, what does Xbox mean on those platforms? I don't think we've tuned it perfectly yet, and it's spent a lot of time with the teams on that, but I want to make progress there. LG and the work we're doing with cloud, all of that helps us evolve our platform software. So we really embrace allowing someone to be a member of Xbox on whatever screen they want to play on.
So there you go, Shadai. So Phil Spencer has come out and told you that play where you want to play. Shut up. I'm just kidding. Shadai. So he has put on there that he was asked directly, why would I want to keep buying Xbox if I can access the game somewhere else? And Phil has said that he wants Xbox to be games first, not platform first. Because when you look at the charts and the games people talk about, the games people play, they're available on multiple platforms. Call of Duty, multiple platforms. GTA, multiple platforms. The FIFAs, the NFL 2Ks, multiple platforms. The Minecrafts, multiple platforms. So Phil wants to build an ecosystem that is games first, not platform first, not console first, which it goes against what we have grown up with. And he obviously said, when you look at the time played, and when you look at the charts, those are the games that are being played. And again, if you want to win awards, go over there. You're going to get nominated for sure. But if you want people to play your games, come over here. Team Green's
I,
got you.
I think it's more like I understand where he's coming from, but nowadays people are more focusing like, does it run better in my platform? Even though he says not platform first, but nowadays they want games to run better. So sometimes I know software is higher than platforms, but if that software doesn't run correctly, that game is whatever he says software, it's pretty much it's flat.
Well, yeah, I mean, a game has to release in good condition. Let's just be
Well,
honest.
that's what I'm saying. So in
But
other words,
that's up to the
platform
devs.
gotta be first. See, that's what I'm saying. Platform gotta be first if it actually runs correctly. That's how you have. That's what he's saying. For the game to be that popular, it gotta run really well on the platform. So that means platform gotta be first.
That's not the way I took it. The way I
Yeah,
took it is, let's just say the game is perfect on the platform, right? What he's talking about is if it's only on Xbox, only Xbox people are going to be talking about it. If it's only on PlayStation, only PlayStation people are going to be talking about it. Obviously, there's going to be exception to the rules that competitors will be talking about it. But if it's across the board, then everybody will be talking about it. So as an Xbox fan, you're going to be talking about the same game that the PlayStation fan is going to be talking about. And you have something to talk about. So now instead of just having one side talking about it or the other side talking about it, you're both talking about it. So the game doubles up when it comes to that. If it's on Nintendo, again, another group of people are going to be talking about it, which again increases the livelihood of that game in commentary. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to that, we're all going to be sitting there at the water cooler talking about the same game versus somebody going, damn, I don't have that game because it's not on my platform.
I mean, and let's go back. Let's go back to when we were kids.
The performance.
Let's go back to when we were kids, right? Everybody talked about Sega and Nintendo. I never got into a conversation about 3DO. I never got into a conversation about Atari Jaguar. I never got into a conversation when I was a kid on the school bus. I never got into a conversation about the Neo Geo, whatever, right? It was all about Sega and Nintendo where the games were. And not to say that those consoles didn't have great games. I'm sure some of them were great, but nobody cared. Nobody cared when you were young, right? Nobody cared.
But if you had it,
as a game historian, as a fan of this hobby, I've educated myself on the history of those consoles. But when I was a little kid, I didn't even know they existed.
But those that had it cared. They're the ones that talk to each other.
Yeah, but that wasn't the mass market.
No,
Is what I'm saying, right? And that's the point that Phil just tried to make. He's like, let's get to reality. Sales wise, console sales wise, Xbox is the least selling console. So if you release games only on Xbox, you're gonna have the least amount of conversation. In the playground, let's just be real. On the playground, kids, us adults, we're the super fans. We're excluded from what Phil is saying, But they look at things like Minecraft that released everywhere. Guess what? All the kids are talking about Minecraft. All the kids are talking about Minecraft, right? Drayden, your daughter spends hours every week playing Minecraft.
She does.
Right? My niece and nephew who don't even have a console. They don't even have a console. They play Minecraft on their phones. They talk Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, I mean, and this is the point that Phil is trying to make. You put more games in more places. These are the games that people are going to talk about. And they're going to start associating that talk with Xbox. Because now you're starting to need to create an Xbox account. You're going to need to log into your Xbox, whatever, right? And all that good stuff. So while I agree with Shaddai, console sales do matter. They do. I've always said that.
And what did you say earlier? You got to log into Xbox, right?
Mm-hmm.
What have I been saying? When you buy a game on the competitor, you have to log into Xbox. Mm-hmm. Epic is doing the same thing. When you buy an Epic game, you got to register it under Epic to get like the free stuff that they throw out there. So when you log in, you're logging in Borderlands into the Epic store. So your account is linked.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're doing here too.
My Discord is logged in through my Xbox. I mean, this is just normal now, right? What I'm saying is, I think what Phil was saying is that he wants to be part of the gaming conversation. The reason Halo may not be as popular as it used to be, is because the 360 days when Xbox was dominant are done. So how do they get back into the conversation? And that is, you expand the platform, right? Is what I think he was saying.
It's because they crippled themselves with the TV
Oh,
talking.
yeah. I'm not saying it's not their fault. I'm 100% saying it's their fault.
Agree.
But Phil
No,
is
but-
adjusting to the reality of it.
They did cripple themselves, and they even acknowledged it. That when they did that, that was the time that everybody started going digital. So once you build a digital library, it's hard to pull people out of it. It's just like buying Apple and Android. You have all this, let's say CDs at the time when we were switching over to digital music. You're buying it on Apple. Why would you go to Android? Because your whole music library was on Android, or I'm sorry, on Apple. And now you're going to go to Android. You have to start over again. And this is the same situation.
Yeah, and now that they moved over to subscription, it's made that switching over a lot easier.
A lot easier. You have access. You have everything. And again, it gives you access to this. It puts your name in the conversation. And even then, if you go to the competitor, you still have to log into Xbox. And you know that this is an Xbox game. So if you start realizing, like, for a while there, I was looking at all the games I bought. And the games that I own, a lot of them are Ubisoft games. Didn't even realize that they're Ubisoft games. So, all of a sudden I'm realizing, hey, through them that I had purchased, and I was able to do things. And that's the same thing here. Once you go to other places, you're going to be logging in. And again, what I'm hearing, cross progression and cross saves, right? So like Diablo, you can go on PlayStation, play it, and your save is there. You don't have to use PlayStation Save. You don't have to pay for PlayStation's Plus
Cloud.
whatever.
Yeah, PlayStation Plus and get cloud saves. Yeah.
Yeah, to get cloud saves. It's already there. It's instilled in the game that it goes back to the Xbox server and everything's saved there. So again, once you get that to people knowing that you can still play there and still have your save without paying Sony, again, it puts you in the conversation. It puts you in the limelight, and more people start acknowledging Xbox as the brand through the games that they play from other brands. Basically, the same phone conversation we had earlier.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Dred got into this conversation early. Yeah. Shaddai, so what do you think about Phil's vision? Like he said, he wants people to talk about Xbox games. So he's living in the reality, not the I wish it was. So he's adjusted the strategy to the.
They say, well, that's an Xbox game. It's on the PlayStation. It's the number one played game. So we hear that all the time, no matter what it is, even on the Direct, even on whatever it is, the Call of Duties. We're gonna hear more of my Xbox saying, you know what, Xbox is releasing pretty good games. So it will change the narrative. It will change. They're already doing it anyways. So
yeah. So that's the whole point that I think Phil was trying to get across is like he wants Xbox to be the conversation, and he's going to bring a lot of these games over. But he did say he does want the Xbox to sell on its own merit. So let's go into the merit of the PS5 versus the Xbox. And I bring up the PS5 because it's the closest in hardware to Xbox internally, right? But Xbox is doing a lot of stuff that PS5 isn't doing. Number one, the size. I love the size. Number two, a reason why I would pick an Xbox over the PS5 is quick resume. You don't think you need it until you use it. And it's a game changer. The backwards compatibility. The fact that my Xbox can play all the way back to my OG Xbox, that's a plus for me. And, of course, the most ergonomic controller in all the land, the Xbox controller. I mean, and, of course, those merits are going to have to pick up if they really want to sell that hardware in the future. Because, when these boxes first launched, I read so many articles saying that, like, oh, the DualSense is the most next-gen feature of the hardware. And it turns out to be one of the most gimmicky features of the hardware that a lot of people turn off. But, that is the thing about Xbox is you want the Xbox hardware to sell on its own merit. What makes this piece of plastic better than that piece of plastic for games? So he wants it to be that way. And we'll see. We'll see how that turns out.
It's just a heavier paperweight. That's all.
Mhm. I don't want that liquid metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hold on. Someone jumped in and I didn't say hi. Sorry, I'm just gonna do this one. Shout out to Scott Free. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. And I'm trying to catch up to the chat. Let me catch up to the chat, guys, because they've been on fire throughout this whole conversation. Let's see. So I'm gonna start here. I'm just gonna start here. Jago says, as long as Xbox consoles are made, I will be gaming on them. I don't need a PC for anything. Exactly. Definitely. That's the way to play. If that's the kind of gamer you are, definitely be it. And Xbox supports you in that. You and Shaddai. Yeah. That's right. Fastback brings it up. Xbox on multiple devices makes more money for Xbox and their studios to make more games that you can play day one on Game Pass. PlayStation, Nintendo don't have Game Pass. Exactly. They have Nintendo Online and PlayStation Plus, but it's not as good. It's not as good. It's not day one. That day one is the best deal in gaming. Yeah. Happy Cloud Gamer says, I agree with Phil Spencer on everything here. It's just that people don't understand it's a win-win for Microsoft, Xbox ID, if they sell hardware or not. Yeah. Let's see. Fastback. Yep. They have said that Xbox fans will have hardware no matter what in some form or fashion. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. I'm just trying to catch up. Sorry, you guys are on fire. There's a lot to read through. Oh, here you go. Chad Walker brings up a good point. Basically, the console war should be about what the consoles can do and not what games they can play.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why when they talk about all the features for platform, you know what I mean?
That's what Phil wants. But traditionally, consoles have always been about what games play on them. But Phil's trying to break out of that. And I think he's showing the money. And people are seeing the money. And
you're talking about blast processing. That used to be something that they used to fight over.
Yeah, that's right. Anytime I was losing a conversation, blast processing. Instrumentation on the Nintendo, on the SNES was better than on the, FM chip.
And you have
Scott Free brings up a good point. Hardly anyone is buying games except Nintendo games. That's why these companies are trying all these things to sell games. Xbox has found a great strategy. People don't want to buy the games? Fine. Subscribe. We'll bring the games to you. That's a great strategy, right?
Yeah.
I think that's a great adjustment. Let's see. Chia Walker, when I was talking about that people conversation, he says, yes, you're getting it. Yeah, thank you. Let's see. And yeah, most kids are playing on their phones. Absolutely. This is a true fact. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I'm just going on here. Fastback. I guess him and Jago are having a conversation, but he brings up a good point. He said 65 million PS5s allegedly sold, but only 1.5 million Astrobot Game of the Year. Keeley's Awards is a farce for biased artsy-fartsy fluff that the majority of gamers are not playing, just like the Oscars. I don't know about that second half of that, but I do agree with the first half of that. There's a lot of PlayStation sold, and only 1.5 million people played the Game of the Year. Games aren't selling like they used to. Kids don't want to buy games. It's so weird. Like, you go up to kids nowadays, and again, we're not kids anymore, we're the grown-ups, okay? So let's go back to the casuals. There's less grown-ups playing video games than there are kids.
Oh, no, I'm not casual. I'm a hardcore. I want my stuff exclusive. I don't care what other people say. I'm greedy.
Here's my interpretation. Get off my lawn.
So the kids nowadays, the kids that are playing nowadays, they see that a game costs money and they're shocked that it's not a free to play. So you give them a subscription like Game Pass, and suddenly you're in that games cost money, but you have access to them world, right? And you just attract more gamers that way. Just young gamers, right? And again, us older gamers, there's less of us. Those of us that have remained gamers in our adulthood have transitioned from casuals to hardcore. Just being honest here.
Honest, we're the one who buy games for the kids. So if we don't buy them, believe me, kids doesn't have a say so.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. So Jago is on Team Shaddai. I always need hardware. That's right.
And Phil even said that they will always have hardware. They
Yep.
don't. It's still a goal for them.
Mhm.
They just have to
Mhm.
figure out how to, because the exclusives aren't working for them when it comes to that. So they have to figure out a different way to sell it, and they're selling it by the capabilities of the hardware.
Hey, doggy, is your daughter near you? Because if she is, please tell her to slap you on my behalf for saying this. Okay, quick resume is not the same as rest mode. Get out of here. Everybody's saying that there's buffering for here and there. I apologize, guys. I try hard to. I don't know what's going on. I apologize.
I'm actually watching the stream on another channel,
Mhm.
and I don't see any buffering. I've
Okay.
been watching. We're still
good.
Yeah, we're still
We're
good.
still
So it could be something in the area, because,
Mhm.
like I said, I'm not seeing it. So it's probably something with the service providers, not your connection, but the route YouTube is going through to get to you. So
Mhm.
that could be an issue, but I'm not seeing anything. So it's not Axel's output.
There you go. Shout out to RWK88. Thank you so much for being here. You're the real MVP. Oh, so DE is on Shaddai's side, right? T-Flops or SSD Speed War still goes back to the games. That could be
But
true.
that's
I mean,
what
look
I'm
at the
saying.
Nintendo Switch. The number one selling piece of hardware this generation. 160 million console sales. Slowest SSD, the least T-Flops, all that stuff, but it has the games, right?
If
Mhm.
they
That
are
Nintendo
created,
showed what games can do on their hardware.
but that's what I'm saying. If they are created correctly, that's why I keep saying that. If they, because not everybody does that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I don't, and I've always said, I mean, you've been on this channel, heard me say, if Xbox doesn't show what this hardware can do,
Yep.
third party will not bother either.
Yep.
Right.
And putting games out less than 60 FPS these days shows that Xbox didn't know what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I am still on board with what Shaddai is saying, but I don't think that's going to be enough. I don't think that's going to stop Xbox from doing what they're doing.
I
Just
agree.
saying.
I agree.
Yeah. Let's see. Shout out to Comedically Inclined. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says Phil's trying to change the narrative. Absolutely, he is. He 100% is. Crash, thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Says haven't had to worry about any of this stuff since going full PC a long time ago. Man, hey, full PC. That is the rich man's gaming console. I'll tell you that much. But it's great. You want to do you own the 68 FPS? Pff, more like 240. You know. So yeah, if you can do it, you can do it. Yeah. Let's see. So let's see. Yeah, Happy Cloud Gamer. Kids don't care about exclusives. Not like they used to. Not like they used to. Yeah,
No.
you're right. Because kids back then, you know, the number one selling game on Nintendo was Mario. The number one selling game on Sega was Sonic. Right. The number one selling game on PlayStation was Crash. You know, your first party identity games were the number one selling games. Nowadays, the number one selling game is Call of Duty. Nowadays, the number one selling game is GTA 6, so forth and so on, right? So you have a lot of the narrative has changed. And yeah, you're right. Kids don't care about exclusives anymore like we used to when we were younger. You know, Mario's better than Sonic or Sonic's better than Mario. It's not
But
the same conversation
Gaming was
anymore.
smaller back then, and you could have those arguments between kids, because it was only a couple choices. Now there's so many different choices. There's so many different.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about how many devs are out there versus back then when you barely had any devs. I mean, you look at who was it? EA bought the Genesis and like reconfigured how to make the cartridges so that way they could port their games on there without paying Sega for the rights.
Mm-hmm.
So they found a back door, and they legally were able to do it that way. They didn't infringe on anybody's property. It's no longer like that. Everything's again based on x86, and you go from there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with anything you're saying here because it's all facts. Just being honest, it's all facts. So there's not much to disagree with on any of that. So let me get some video going here for the rest of this conversation. Phil said that, right?
Yeah, I'm not seeing any buffering here. I got my phone.
Yeah, my wife's saying though that I think it's the service provider because it's also buffering on my phone every Sunday. There you go. So something is happening. I'll try to figure out what it is, but I make no promises, right?
I'm on the phone and it's not buffering. No, the audio is perfect.
Yeah. Jago says younger generations are used to playing free games and spending tons of money in those. That's why these games are not selling the way that these companies want. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The model has changed. I mean, mobile gaming has redefined the way we play games, or at least the younger generation, right? So we'll see. Let's see. Oh Jesus, Frabdeep Daliwal, thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Says I wish Xbox could get rid of paying online games. Yeah. I mean, Elder Scrolls Online is still $15 a month.
That's crazy. They still doing that.
Yeah, and you got to pay for the latest content. So yeah,
Still got to pay for a while.
yep. You still got to pay for a while, and you got to pay for the expansion as well. Yeah, I agree.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Going. Just let me try to catch up to the chat. See. So DE says instead of games being in the library, Fortnite skins is their library. Yeah, absolutely. Kids are different. So again, us older gamers, we have a different mentality because we grew up at a different time. But Microsoft has always been a future pushing company. And what they're doing is they're seeing the way the younger gamers are playing and they're adjusting to it. And once they figure it out, trust me, once they figure it out, everybody's going to follow because everybody wants that money, right? I mean, as much as we think Nintendo and PlayStation are, going to stick traditional, money talks. And nothing in corporate world talks louder than money. Am I right? Am I right or wrong?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Unless if you burn them. Like Concord.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, like, Phil said that they're going to bring more games at other places. He also said that the Xbox hardware is always going to be there because the word box is in their very brand name. So there will always be an Xbox. And the native experience always has to be the best. Like, I don't care what anybody says. I am still a stickler to, if Phil doesn't show these third-party competitors what the Xbox is capable of, they're not going to do it. Just flat out, they're not. If he doesn't show them that they can hit 60 FPS with these amazing games, they're not going to do it. If he doesn't show them that they can hit 4K native, not 4K AI generated up from 720p, 4K native, they're not going to do it. And that's my whole thing. If he doesn't show them how that quick resume runs this way, they're not going to do it. That's all I'm saying, is that Xbox cannot lose that identity of our games play best here because look what our box can do. So I'm still on Team Shaddai. The Xbox needs to stay a priority, and I've complained on this very show at times when it doesn't feel like the priority, like when games launch on PC but not on the Xbox at the same time. I've said that out loud many times. So we'll see what happens. Any closing thoughts, Shaddai? You feel like you're beat up over there. You look like you're beat up.
No, actually, I'm learning all this, so no, I'm actually fine.
All right, good. Any final thoughts, Strid?
Yes. Just remember, X gonna give it to you.
X is gonna give it to you.
Just enjoy your games.
Dreadberg. No, it's pure Dreadberg.
Dreadbird. All right.
Dreadmx.
Yeah.
All right. With that being said, guys, that's going to do it for today's show. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed today's show. Hopefully, we got the wheels spinning on everybody. And of course, we don't all think the same, which is great. That's what I love about this show. But hopefully, we had some nice topics here for you guys to enjoy. But with that being said, we are going to go ahead and get out of here. I'm Axel1324.